Hey everybody, we should be live here. There's a few seconds of delay, but thank you all for 10,000 subs. Thank you for joining me. This is hopefully useful. I want to answer questions you guys have and any concerns, but just starting out, let me know how this volume is. Let me know if this music is okay. And I do hope to save this video afterwards so you guys can watch some of this if you can't stay tuned. But we're going to jump into some games and I'm going to answer any questions you guys have, so go ahead and throw them up there. Just finished my break. Yeah, I'll keep this available, so. Hello everybody. I haven't played any games yet. Let's see if I can claim my daily check-in. Let's do this once just to refresh my energy and see how the sound is. ETH is going wild. Yeah, Ethereum has just been going up and up this week. I really think that, you know, people have to reevaluate their budgets because the price is just gone through the roof. And at any point, the price could come down or keep going up. It's one of the risks of playing a game like Axie Infinity. I love I love Vietnamese. There you go. Mic, music is good. Volume is also fine. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the congratulations too. That is great. How to be a scholar? I'm sure I'm going to get this question a few times. So let me just say that I have other videos on this, but I have a form you can apply to. So if you check out my other videos, there's links in the description talking about scholarships, and there's a Google form you can fill out. And I'm picking everybody. I'm picking someone every couple of weeks. I have a Ledger wallet, but Trezor is also a great choice. I've been considering getting a Trezor wallet, but because I heard it works very well with the Ronin system. But I definitely recommend a hardware wallet, especially if you're putting $2,000 into a game like this to get a team. Having a hardware wallet can go a long way. Hey Brent, greeting from Belgium. I'm glad you can tune in. I'm not sure what time it is over there. Like I mentioned, someone in the comment mentioned I didn't account for Europe, but I was a little lazy when I was posting the time zones because there's so many people from so many different time zones, but I'm hoping lots of people can join the stream, but we'll find out. Let's see. Number. Okay, I'm just doing one adventure game, by the way, just because I wanted to get my energy properly. I noticed lately you have to play one game to see how much energy you have, which is a bit annoying, but there we go. So greetings from the Philippines. Congrats. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. By the way, cutting rewards in adventure and adding more to arena I think would be interesting. Personally, honestly, I only do the adventure rewards to get the 10 out of the way. I usually play Ruin 20 mostly because you can get the SLP, like the 10 wins and 100 SLP fairly quickly. If I can get 100 SLP before 10 wins, I'll just do level 1 like 5 times and level 20 like 5 times. And you can sometimes get like 90 to 100 SLP right there. So my opinion on the SLP price inflating very rapidly and ROI is decreasing. What do you think about the future? Well, talking about the price of SLP is difficult. CoinGecko SLP. I'm hoping the typing isn't too loud on the mic. It might be a bit loud, but I'm losing my chat here too. So let's do this. SLP, like if we look at 30 days, right? I'm still used to being at a point where SLP for a very long time was quite low. Like I'm used to seeing SLP more in like the 10 cents range. A lot of people joined knowing that SLP was like 30, 40 cents, but honestly, I don't think you can count on it always being that high. You have to account, if you're going to play this game, you have to account for the fact that SLP, if you look at 90 days, has just varied wildly. And that's also got a lot to do with the nature of cryptocurrencies, right? Because cryptocurrencies are unstable. Look at the price of Ethereum and look at the price of AXS and look at the price of SLP. So it's very different to, you know, traditional stores of value or investments. I'm trying to keep up with these, but I'm getting a lot of questions. So price prediction. Price prediction is tough. I think as long as Ethereum keeps going strong, then, you know, things are looking good for all cryptocurrencies. But yeah, it's hard to put a price on it. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I will do a video about my predictions for price, but it's a sticky subject because, you know, I don't want people getting all bullish or bearish based on me thinking the price might go up or down. I'm a little bit hesitant there. So I don't think it's going to drop like a rock. I don't think it's going to crash anytime soon. But I think these 40, 30 cents days are not going to come back quite so quickly. I could see it settling into like this 20, 25 cents range for a little bit longer, but we're going to have to see what happens. No one really knows for sure, to be honest. So, can you get banned when you try to buy 0.0001 ETH Axie on the marketplace? As far as the marketplace goes, when you have these Axies, like let's just look at the floor. Okay, it looks like they finally cleaned this up. But often when you're looking at the marketplace, there's these Axies down here that are almost nothing, and those are glitches. Someone's actually bought them or removed the Axie, or they sold so fast, and the price keeps going down, but that Axie is not actually available. So I highly doubt you could get banned or get in any trouble for trying to buy them. If I could buy them, I would, but I've tried a few times and it almost always gives you an error or the Ronin transaction doesn't work. So any tips on learning how to energy count? I would say one thing I sometimes do is have a piece of paper and a pen. You can make notes. And I used to, just for background, I used to play Pokemon competitively, and some of you might laugh, but all the competitive players always had a notebook, and you write down stats as you go along, and you can do that in Axie Infinity too. You can take a note like, oh, he's got 3 card energy, oh, -1, -2, and just kind of follow along with the game. And the more you do it, the more you'll get used to it, basically, is what I think. So, hi bro, after a manager buys an Axie team for a scholar, he plays sometimes and gift the Axies to Scholar account. Scholar needs to wait 24 hours to play the game. That 24-hour rule is something that I've asked in the Discord at least 10, 20 times, and I've never got an answer from an actual team member. You could try again now, but in my experience, the rules are 1 person per account, and you can have multiple devices. You just can't have them going at the same time. So this is on my computer. I have, and we'll get into some games in a minute, and I see some Terminator questions here too. But you can have multiple devices. I play on my computer here, and I also play on an Android phone, and I just don't do the same at the same time. I think if you're transferring Axies to a scholar, and they're on the other side of the world, for example, in another country, I would probably wait 24 hours to set them up, just to be safe, just so the account looks more trustworthy, I guess, is my thought pattern. But yeah, same Wi-Fi, different person is not bannable is what they've said. But, you know, just I trust the team for the most part from the bans. You hear some funny stories, but for the most part, I think if you're doing something that's, for the most part, following the rules, the terms of service, I think you're safe, and I think that means using more than 1 device is okay. You don't need to wait 24 hours, but if you were switching to another person, like gifting Axies and then they're playing in another country, I would wait 24 hours just because I think it looks better. I guess that's to try and answer. That's a very long-winded answer, so sorry about that. Partner, managers and scholars would be doing after breeding. Any thoughts on this? I breed a lot of my Axies for my scholars. You can buy them, and sometimes it's a balance of what costs a lot and what the current prices are. I'm always monitoring the price of SLP and the price of AXS and the price of the Axies, and I'm deciding whether I breed or buy. But for the most part, because I have an influx of SLP from my scholars, I don't usually sell SLP. I almost use all of that SLP for breeding, and then I use the breeding for sometimes to take profits and sometimes to give Axies to scholars. So I definitely recommend that. Yeah, lots of notes. Thank you guys for clarifying some of the bans. I see you're answering some of the questions in here, which is great. Congrats again for 10K. Thanks a lot, Ben. I appreciate that. I can't believe how quickly we got to 10K. So do you have a Discord server of your own, Right now, no Discord server, just because I see a lot of managers with a Discord server, and yes, there's some private sections, but they have like 10 scholars, and then they have 2,000 people in the general Discord just asking for scholarships, and they can't answer all their questions, and I think it's too hectic. So eventually I'd like a Discord server, but for now I haven't set one up just because I'm focusing mostly on creating content for you guys. Can you show me your beast build? Yeah, sure. Who asked that? Jason Domingo. Yeah, I'll show you guys. Just you can take a look at some of the Axies I have right now. This probably needs to be synced. This is constantly, because I'm breeding, this constantly changes. You can see I've been buying and selling a lot lately. But if we just go into teams, what one am I? I'm using Gary the Beast. So this beast here, this wasn't something I was looking for necessarily. What I was trying to do with this team is my Terminator has 42 speed because it has bird and aqua parts for the ears and the eyes. So it's really fast. And so what I wanted here for a beast was something that was slower than 41 speed. Most of my other beasts are actually faster than 41 speed. So this guy is, I actually picked him up for 0.25 Ethereum, and it's not something, I was just looking for the speed, but when I saw this Axie is actually under 250,000 ID, so he's one of the first 250,000 Axies, and he's got no breeds on him, and he was 0.25 Ethereum, so I bought him instantly, and then I actually listed him for 0.5, and then once I played a couple games, I took down the listing because I didn't want to sell him. He's actually kind of a funky garish worms beast that's just kind of fun, just a general high damage with the rice so I can steal energy if I want to. But yeah, this is really just a team of, I was kind of misfits. This Terminator is one of my favorite Axies, so I was just trying to put different pieces together and mix and match. I like to have fun and try new things, and it helps me learn more about the game and parts and cards that I don't know enough about, so I can honestly make content and get to know the game better. What is my scholar in your country? For my scholars, a few people have asked me if there's and this goes to game over, if there's a country requirement, and I don't care where my scholars are from. I actually accept scholars and applications from any country. I don't have a requirement, so please feel free to apply. And like I said, I'm doing it about twice a month, every 2 weeks-ish. I'm bringing on a new scholar, but I have so many applications that I just have to contact people slowly. So if you haven't heard from me, it doesn't mean I haven't given up, or I may have not seen your application yet. So thanks a lot, Scott. I'm glad I got over 10K. I think we're actually at 11K today, which is just insane. So am I still playing CryptoBlades? Yes, I am. I made the investment, so I'm not going to sell them. I haven't got, my last video I was at 60%. I haven't done the math yet. Recently, actually, just the last few days, the skill that I've been earning, I've just been throwing in the staking rewards because my gut says this $42 to $45 range, we might go sideways for a little while. That's not a prediction, that's just like a gut feeling. So I thought, you know what? I've made a lot of my money back. Let's just stake some of this skill and I'm going to sell it later. And we'll see what happens. I'm at a comfortable spot where if I don't get any more money back, I made some good content for you. And if the game does explode in the future, I have a team, I have a base, and I can expand from there. And I'll just slowly keep making a few dollars a day. It's still profitable, so I'm going to still keep playing it. I'm not going to sell my cards. Thoughts on... Good evening from the Philippines. Good evening, Jay. Thank you for stopping by. Thoughts on hot butt versus carrot? Just reading some comments here. Hot butt versus carrot. You know what I'm going to do maybe? I'm going to grind some adventure at the same time, just so I can keep talking to you guys and answer questions. And maybe this will be more interesting. Teams. This is my... Oh man, my scroll. You're going to hear this scroll wheel because it's not working very well. I don't usually... Wow, that is brutal. If anyone's got a better idea of how to scroll down when you're not in full screen... Oh god. There's gotta be a better way to do this. This is gonna be brutal to watch. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get to the PvE team so I can do a couple adventure modes. Okay, there we go, select. These are just some of the Axies I've had the longest. There's no reason I do player versus adventure with these guys, except that you can see they're like level 20s. Because I buy and sell Axies so much and give them a scholar, I reset my levels all the time. So these are some of my older Axies, and they have a higher enough level. That's also why I haven't beaten Rune 21 yet, because I'm constantly resetting my levels on my Axies. It's not great for grinding SLP, but it's been good for setting up the scholarship program. So we'll just run this in the background. What was I talking about? Hot Butt versus Carrot. I think in general, I think Hot Butt is better, but I think Carrot is still a good card. I think people hate on Carrot because it's so popular in the marketplace that there's really, it's really easy to find, and there's a lot of them. Like, it's overrated in the fact that Carrot is everywhere, and it's not the only good option. So I talk about that in my I want to be a scholar for you. Yeah, thanks, Lim. Make sure you apply. Yeah, so yeah, Hot Butt I prefer, but there are good tails. I think people just overlook the other tails, which is one of the reasons that some people say Hot Carrot is like not that good. I think it's good. It's just people don't realize there's other options out there. Someone asked me how much I'm making. I'll talk about that in a minute. I don't remember who asked me that question. So you can easily reach 30K in 1 week. Trust me. That's a good point. Maybe I'll look into going live on Facebook. I appreciate the suggestion, Jay. I haven't put too much thought into Facebook just because I don't use it a ton in my personal life either. So is it better to start with a breeder team or with a competitive team? I only have 2,100 to spend. How many? This is adventure mode, so I'm not too worried about it. That was probably one too many attacks, but that's okay. If I lose these adventure modes, it's just a little bit of energy. Yeah, that depends. Like, what do you want to focus on? Are you more interested in breeding or more interested in competitive? I think that I like breeding. It's kind of fun, and it takes less time a day. Grinding for high competitive rank will take you more time in a day, so it really depends what you want to focus on. Either option is okay. One thing I recommend to a lot of people is if you buy a team of 3 to grind the ladder, get one of them that is got 0 breeds on it, because then in the future, once you've earned some money with SLP, you can buy some more Axies to breed with and expand what you're doing, right? So that's kind of why I shouldn't have lost that plant so early. I've been more focused on questions, but anyways. If I already have 3 Axies, can I get a scholarship? Game over. No, you... I want to say no, you can't, but that's not exactly true. You can't play 2 accounts at once. So if you already have 3 Axies, if you're playing with them on your account, you cannot have a scholarship. So please save those scholarships for someone else if you're able to buy your own team. Of course, you could give your 3 Axies to your little brother or to a family member and let them play, and then you could get a scholarship, but you just can't be doing both at once yourself, and you need to be careful about that. So there's a victory. I'm just grinding through my adventure mode for those of you who are just joining me, and as you can see, I grind level 20 because there's 18 SLP in just a couple minutes. You can get the 100 very fast, and I want to focus more on the questions because this is supposed to be a bit of an AMA. So how many scholars do I have right now? I have 7 scholars right now, so I'm adding about 2 every month to the pool, approximately 2. I'm trying to do it every 2 weeks, but it's looking more like the 15th and the 30th of each month just because I've been very swamped, and I think that's a more reasonable way to keep going. So you can click and drag it to speed up. Oh, thank you, Carlo. I'm going to try that in a minute because I'm going to be going back to some competitive teams after. Do you think buying Axies will eventually come down in price? Also, do you have an idea on when the app will be fully launched and not just beta? That's a good question, Scott. You can actually go to the Axie Infinity page. I shouldn't have done that. You can go to the Axie Infinity page and you can find their timeline. And they do give you a rough idea of when the different stages are predicted to come out. But I think because this is alpha, it's going to be a long time before the actual game comes out. As far as like prices go, they could definitely go down. They could definitely come up. Like, just look at what Ethereum has done this week. Ethereum has gone from like 2,100 US to 28 because of the Ethereum 2.0 and all that stuff. And so Axie has like been tied to Ethereum, so it fluctuates as well. But when you look at something that Ethereum that's, in my opinion, safer, more stable, and how much that fluctuates, I think you can definitely see the price of Axies fluctuate like crazy. Hey, Lars. I'm glad you're interested in scholarship programs. Like, I have a video talking about this, but I can't help absolutely everyone. I want to, but I give out scholarships to people in third world countries. I have no country restrictions, so I'm just looking for people that I can trust and I can communicate with so that we can build a good team and a good community together, right? So I want to support people who are helping their family and who are in need, for sure. That's a priority. But I also need someone who's going to be a good team member and a good part of my community and someone who's trustworthy. So please apply. And like I said, so many applications, but I am going through them slowly. Is it possible to manage 50 scholars with the same Wi-Fi? Thanks for answering. By the way, reaching 10,000 Ks. Well, lazy fan, I haven't tried that. I would be very skeptical of running 50 scholars on one Wi-Fi for a few reasons. First of all, you need to have 50 people. Like, you can't have 50 accounts. You need to actually have 50 people. So do you have a warehouse where you have 50 people that are going to come and be your scholars? If you have that set up, I think it's feasible, but it depends what country you're in too. I made a comment about internet in the Philippines being good in one of my videos. What I meant by that was good enough for Axie Infinity, because there are countries with much worse internet in the Philippines. But if you're a country with not great internet, 50 accounts on one might be pushing it. So I suggest you decrease the volume in the game. Thank you, Yusuka. I actually meant to do that and I keep forgetting, so that's exactly what I'm going to do in a minute. I could take my... Yeah. I'll just turn it down after this game. I'll make sure I don't forget this time. What NFT games are you playing? Right now, I'm mostly playing Axie Infinity, CryptoBlades. I have my DeFi pet, not because I think it's going to make me a bunch of money, but because a lot of you guys have asked me for a video. It cost me under $15 to get one and try it, so eventually I'm going to make a video on that for you guys. That's why I'm also playing a little bit of my DeFi pet. I'm keeping an eye on both Betamon and Binamon because I've got a lot of requests for those two. So I haven't invested anything yet, but I'm keeping an eye out. I also tried Blankos Block Party, which is... It's on my desktop. You can see it here. I've tried it because I think it has some potential, because it's actually like a full game that you play, but I'm not a big fan of the multiplayer platformers, so I don't find it super fun, but I know some people love it. So if you're looking for a game where you might have an earning potential, I think it's something you look at. But if you're looking for more of the play-to-earn games, Axie Infinity is definitely my #1 recommendation. Ask me anything except for scholarships. Yeah, Jeff, I didn't want to say that, but I do want to answer people's questions, but I have a feeling I'm going to mention scholarships. I'm going to repeat myself over and over again. But I don't want to ignore the people asking scholarship questions too. I just can't say, yes, I'm going to give you a scholarship or anything like that. The best I can say is, please go check out my other videos and apply. Can we have 3 Axie accounts, 1 account for competitive, 1 account for setup? What you can do, Jan, is you can have different Ronin wallets. Oh, I'm going to lose. Is this the last one? I might have. I think we're okay. Is he the last one? I'm not sure. I've been reading his questions. So you can't be using multiple accounts, but you can have multiple Ronin wallets. So what I see a lot of people do is they'll put their competitive and their PvE team on one Ronin account, and that's what you'll log into Sky Mavis with, and then you can send your breeding pools over to a different account, and you just never play on that account. It's just a breeding account. So you have another Ronin wallet. And that way, when you go to your teams and your inventory, you don't have 60 Axies in here to sort through. You only have your good competitive ones here. And you have all your breeding and selling Axies on a different Ronin wallet. That's something you can do. Now let's turn this volume down before I forget. Let's just put it like 20. I don't think you guys need to hear much of this. Can I still hear this? Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't need to hear too much. Let's go for adventure. Let's grind a few more. I'm already at 40 SLP, so... Once you have, like, Axies in the 19-20 level range, you can see you can get 100 SLP in, like, 15 minutes if you're paying attention. I've seen some videos on this. I might do one myself, but I just grind level 20. So you have more than one scholar on one IP. Jeff, my understanding is you can have more than one scholar on one IP address, because I know people play like families on the same internet, and that is okay. Like, you're allowed to have your wife have an account and your sister have an account, and you're all on the same internet as long as you're using different devices and you're not like playing your wife's account saying that it's her, you know? And maybe you get away with that, but I wouldn't risk it because they have methods trying to look out for that. So your thoughts on breeding reptiles with varying genes and such, is it profitable, or would you recommend it? I wouldn't recommend starting breeding reptiles because they're such a mix often of different parts. And right now, some of the reptiles are super expensive to get started in breeding. I would start with something easier, and then I would work my way up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to reptiles. That's what I would do. But you could definitely make money breeding reptiles. Like, just to show you an example, let's look at, like, one of the top reptiles right now is snake, is with these venom snakes, and like something like tri-spikes, Serister, general, reptiles. So something with a back door, either the spikes or the, what's it called? Toothless bite and this snake tail. But these aren't perfect, but even these ones, if I go to 0 breeds, like, there's one page. So some of the top reptiles right now are super expensive to start breeding, right? They're super expensive to start breeding. There's a very few choices. And until a few more people start breeding these, I wouldn't start myself, just because if your genes go to shit and then you have to replace an Axie with like a 1 Ethereum Axie, or you have to wait a few weeks to get another option for breeding, like, there are some, I would go for Terminators, there's more option, but a lot of the reptiles right now are kind of hard to break into the breeding market, and I think a little bit harder to breed in general. So if you have some experience breeding, I say you can go for it, but if you're just starting out, it wouldn't be my first breeding pool, just my opinion. Lim, you can trust me. Well, Lim, I appreciate you being here and I appreciate you contributing. So same nationality, person who is co-founder and CEO. Awesome. Yeah. The company is from Vietnam, so that's really cool. Have you looked into IVL? Looks like a great competition. No, I haven't looked into IVL, but well, I'm actually in their Discord server, so it's not that I haven't looked into it. I've watched a couple of videos on it, and I'm in the Discord server. I'm interested in its future. I just haven't done enough digging to really know what my thoughts are yet. So, whoa, that was lucky. Yeah, that was lucky. Man, do you have Scholar now? Jay, I just brought someone on. What's the date today? It's the 6th. I brought on a new Scholar 6 days ago, and I'll get another one next week. So please hang in there. Yeah, no problem, Jeff. I'm glad you're here. I see your comments a lot in my videos too, so I appreciate everyone who comments my video and is here and supports my channel. Like, it's growing so fast, and that's just amazing. So I was thinking about starting doing Axie breeds. Is it a good timing? Can you give me some advice? So I think my best advice for anyone who's looking into breeding is consider the costs. Make sure that you're thinking about gas fees, because Ethereum gas fees are really high right now. Make sure you're thinking about how much you can sell the offspring for, how much you can buy AXS for, and how much your parents, like if you buy a parent that's with no breeds on it for 0.4 Ethereum, once you breed it 2-3 times, how much is the loss of value to the parent? Like, there's a lot of factors to keep in mind, and then you could get a better idea of how much profit can you actually make, because in the last few weeks profits have definitely come down. So how much you earn, bro? Dawi, I think you're the same guy who asked me that again. I'll talk about that. Let's talk about what I earning, because I'm talking about breeding. That's a bit of a tough question. How much money I make from this game varies a lot, and I have some spreadsheets that I'm not going to show you because that's personal for me. But I will say this. I'll give you some examples. This week, I made about $800 flipping Axies. So forget playing the game, forget breeding. I've made a video about other ways to make Axies, and there's a lot of money to make in this game, but lately I'll keep an eye. I spend about an hour in the marketplace every day, at least, just because I have the time and I have a lot invested in this game and I want to know what's going on. And often I see an Axie that I'm like, whoa, I could sell that for 0.2. It's at 0.18, and I'll buy it and I'll sell it. And you keep the 4% sale fee, 4.25% in mind. But just so you guys know, like, probably flipping Axies, I make anywhere from $500 to $2,000 a month these past few months. It depends how active I've been on it. My breeding has not been making me a lot of money because I'm giving my Axies to scholars. So what I've been doing these past few weeks is maybe I'll give you a rough idea. Maybe I'm making $300-400 a week, US dollars a week from breeding. And yeah, I'd say like $250 to $300 a week breeding. So that's $1,200 a month breeding, $1,200. And the reason that is because when I'll get like 2 breeding chains going. I'll end up with 6 offsprings. I'll probably breed the chains 3 times each. And then what I'll do is I'll keep the best 2 for breeding in the future. The parents that now have breed counts on them, I'll sell 1 or 2 and I'll save a couple for my children. And then I'll sell some of the offsprings I'm not going to breed with. And so that's like 3 or 4 Axies that I've sold. But then what I need to do is I need to take those Axies I've sold. I take the Ethereum out of the Ronin bridge, which costs a gas fee. I exchange it for more AXS because I need that for the next round of breeding. And then I stick that back into Ronin, which causes me a gas fee. And then I take that little, so I have a couple $100 that I have left over after buying AXS that I just take out of the game and I put into other investments. And then the rest goes into my scholarship program. And like I said, buying AXS so I can continue breeding, so I can keep bringing more to you, because I would like to have maybe 20 scholars down the road. I think that's a good goal of where I can have a team where I know everyone intimately. I wouldn't want to go bigger than that because I like to keep up communication with all my scholars. So once I get to that point, then we'll see. If this game lasts a long time, which I hope it does, then maybe I can start making some more money and pull some more profits out. But right now, as you can see, I have maybe like, how many Axies? I have 17 Axies and like 4 or 5 eggs on here, and then I have several scholars all with 3 Axies. So I've just been putting a lot of my earnings back into the game. That was a very long answer to the question. So what are your thoughts on Illuvium? Pantsadrip, to be honest with you, I'm not sure yet. I'm still too early to say. I'm in the Discord server and I'm keeping an eye on it, but we'll see in the future. Have I seen Splinterlands? I have seen, how much? We're almost at our 100 SLP. Let's just keep going this in the background. Have I seen Splinterlands? I have seen Splinterlands. Last I checked, for me, the profits weren't amazing, so I'd rather put my time into Axie Infinity because I'm invested. But I like shooters. As you can see, Valorant's on my desktop. I don't think there's anything embarrassing on my desktop, so I can show you guys this, but I'm a huge Axie Infinity, or I'm a huge Apex Legends buff. Man, I can't speak. I've been playing Apex Legends since day one, so when it comes to shooters, that's like, I get a lot of shooters that way in my spare time, so that's why Splinterlands is not as interesting to me. So we're up to 140 viewers, so I'm going to keep answering as many questions as I can, but some of these are flying by. So, hey mister, how's it going? Hey Robin Banks, it's going good. Thank you for being here. If you want to start a breeding farm now, what do you think? Is it too late? Well, David, I don't think it's too late, but definitely make sure you take your costs into consideration and consider the fact that Ethereum is very volatile and could go up or down, and there's so many factors involved that really, I guess do a lot of research, but it is profitable. I'm making a profit, and I still think you can make money that way, but I think it's very easy to make mistakes, so get into it slowly and be careful. I make $1,900 a week. Oh, that's awesome, Christoph. It's Christopher. I think it's Christopher. That's great, Christopher. Yeah, I think here's the thing: is if I wasn't trying to make more scholars, I think I could easily make $1,500 a week. Plus flipping Axies, I could easily make $2,000 a week if that was my goal. But I also want to grow this community because, one, I want to bring you guys content. I really like YouTube. I have some other YouTube channels. This isn't my first one. And I like video. That's why I have a nice camera. Video and photography are a hobby of mine. So, like, I want to keep this going and I want to build a community is more focused than just trying to get as much money as possible. Just perfectly honest answer. So, I'm taking out, making a few $100s a week is, I'm so happy with that. That's like money. I'm having fun doing this. So, I'm not trying to make as much money as possible. I'm trying to get as many scholars and build the community. So, how about Ember Sword, especially land? Okay, Ember. How do I put this mildly? Ooh, I'm gonna lose this one. Oh no, okay. Oh well, that's 1 energy. Ember Sword, I have a personal grudge against them. That's what I'm gonna say. I will never play Ember Sword, okay? And I'll tell you why. This is kind of a funny story, but so they did the first land sale months ago. When was I can't even maybe like would that have been May? I want to say May, but I'm not sure. I think it was right after the Bitcoin came down. Anyways, so they did the first land sale, and I was prepared weeks ahead of time. So I took like $1,500, $2,000, and I put it on the Polychain network. I was already experimenting with Polygon a little bit, not Polychain. And so I put a ton of money on there 2 weeks ahead of time. I set up the wallet. I made everything ready. I was there before the start of the land sale, 4 hours before, had my computer set up. And then the land sale started about 2 in the morning for me because I'm in Japan. And it was just crazy. It was total mayhem. And after 10 hours of trying, I wasn't able to get any land, even though I'd been prepared for weeks. And there were people that had been in the land sale that had nothing, and they were bridging it. They were getting ready during the sale, and some of them got land. And I was just like doing everything they said in the Discord. I was following the instructions. I was so prepared, and it was just such a shit show that I was so pissed off that I just won't play Ember Sword. I just refuse. I think that was so poorly done, and it was such a waste of my time. And it was just a big, excuse my language, but it was a big fuck you to the community. And so they kind of turned me off. So I don't think I'll play Ember Sword. That's just a personal grudge. I think the game does have some merit, obviously, because I was there for the first land sale. So take that as you will and decide what you do with that information. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. That might be a mistake, but let's try. Keep with the questions. What do you think Reptile Aqua plant? I like it. I'll play some games with a Reptile plant Aqua if you want. I'll show you what I've been doing and just experimenting with. What about buying eggs? What could be something good sometimes? So, buying eggs is a topic I get a lot. I think buying eggs is okay. But I think it's... If you have more money to invest, don't do it. If you have a lot of time and not a big budget, then I would say go ahead and take a look at buying eggs. Because what you want to do for eggs is you want to open it up. You want to look at both parents, right, like this. Or if you know the cards well enough, you can hover over. And you want to see what are the parents' statistics and how shitty is the offspring going to be. That's really what you have to do. You have to look at both parents and you have to get an idea of what kind of egg you're hatching. And you have to kind of think, is this going to be a really shitty Axie or not? That's how I look at it, and it's a lot of time that I don't know if it's worth it, honestly. Can we make money? How you make money in Axie? I mean, what's your strategy? I just buy 3 Axies, but I want to breed more. Hold on, I'm gonna check the messages on my phone just because stream is popping off. Nice. How is the sound? I have a few friends in here just to tell me if the video or the sound goes out, so I'm just messaging people on my phone too. Sorry about that. We were talking about eggs, and then, okay, let's see here. There's some requirement to join your clan. I mean, not the mechanic, but some knowledge or skills. I'm looking for people that I communicate well with and that are interested in learning the game. So people that are here on the stream, people that comment on my channel are definitely people I keep an eye out for, because I know that a lot of people don't have an opportunity to play the game, so I don't need someone to be an expert to join my team. I just want someone that I can communicate with and feels like they can be a good part of like a family in the community I'm building. So SLP, hold or sell. I breed. I don't hold or sell SLP. I use it all to breed. I can show you guys right now. I just did another round, so right now I have like 3,000 SLP. So in a few days time, I'll be using most of that to breed again. So, and I haven't, that's not all claimed. I only have a few hundred claimed. The rest of that I need to claim in like tomorrow or the next day or something. So we're almost at, we'll do some competitive games here, but I want to keep answering your questions. So that's why I'm just doing the adventure mode in the background. Approximately how long does it take for a scholarship response? Gaming skills, it can take a long time if you're talking about my scholarship, just because I have so many applications. So I apologize if you've applied. It's just like I have so many to go through, but I am plugging away at it, and a little bit every day I'm reviewing some applications. So, and yes, they are still open, Kel. You wrongly put in your Discord username. Well, if I can't contact you on Discord, I will try another way, but we'll see what happens. What other cryptocurrencies do you hold? Well, Roy, that's a big question. So just to name a few, I have Bitcoin, I have Ethereum, I have stable coins, so I have USD, Tether, I have USDT because I have a bunch of money in the Terra ecosystem. So I had a little bit of Luna, but because it's so high, I actually sold it. I have Atoms. I like the Cosmos network, which is the Terra is built on the Cosmos network. So I have some Cosmos staked as well, some Atoms staked. What else? I have some Solana. I have some BNB, some of the Binance coin. I have Skill and I have SLP and AXS, obviously from this stuff. And I have a bunch of Matic because I do DeFi on the Polygon network, so I have a bunch of Matic. What else? That's it. That's off the top of my head. I have a lot more, but that's what I got here. So, how long to buy Ethereum using PayPal? That's a good question, Vaughn. I've never done it with PayPal, but one thing I know: be careful with what you're talking about. 1, 2, 3. Should I let him? No, I'll do 4. If you're using PayPal for something like Binance, I think that's great. PayPal has their own way of buying Ethereum. If you're on PayPal.com and you're buying Ethereum, sometimes you can't actually send that Ethereum outside of PayPal. So you're not truly buying Ethereum. You're like buying a stake in Ethereum. So be careful with, I'm not sure what you mean by using PayPal, but be cautious. If you're using PayPal on Binance, I think that's a good idea. I plan on starting an aqua breeding farm. Do I need to make 2 lines, which are Nemo line and Koi line? So I need a total of 6 Axies for a 3 breed loop. Is that correct? If you have enough money and enough risk tolerance to do that, who asked that question? Sorry. Brad, I would do that. The reason being is, how do I explain this? If you have a Koi line and a Nemo, if you have 1 Nemo and 1 Koi, you can breed them together if they're pure Axies, and you're going to get good offspring. That's okay. But an Axie that has Koi, 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 and Nemo, Nemo, Nemo is a little bit more valuable than an Axie that has Koi, Nemo, Koi. Because if someone is trying to breed Nemos, they want 3 Nemos in the R1 and R2. They don't want a Koi in there, and that's why when you breed Nemos with Nemos, you get pure Nemos, and they're just valued a little bit higher. So that's why I do it that way. But if you're battling and your focus is to battle as well, then you can totally have different, you can totally breed Nemos with Kois, because a lot of people do that. I've done it. It's a great strategy. You're just losing just a little bit of value on the offspring. That's the difference. So if you're just in it for breeding, don't mix them. If you're in it for battling and side breeding, you can do it. But like you said, having 2 different lines would actually be the more effective breeding method. So let's do one more random one just to get this 100, and I still have enough energy. So what do you pick the price of SLP to be by the end of August? Pence and Drip, I'm really not sure about price predictions. I think it's going to have a lot to do with what Ethereum does as well, just because there's so much going on with Ethereum right now. But yeah, I'll do a video on my long-term predictions in the future, but I don't want to price predict too much at the moment. Congrats on 10K. Thanks for the quality videos. Thank you all for being here. Like, it means a lot. I'm glad you're here. Any ADA? Not at the moment, Devin, sorry. I've had an eye on ADA. It's on all my watch lists. I just haven't had the chance to buy any. Not because I don't believe in it, just because I've been focused on some of the other things I've been doing. But from what I've seen about it, it's on my radar, and I definitely think it has some merit. So let's get rid of this stun. And oh yeah, this is lower level, so it doesn't matter too much. Why don't you build your own token? Please let us know first. Oh my god, Kel, I've thought about doing that so many times. I think I'm gonna do it. It's one of my goals. It's one of my life goals to have my own token. I've wanted to do it for years. I've been mining Bitcoin since 2014, and I've wanted my own token, so it's just a matter. It's becoming easier and easier. But I'll tell you what, when I do it, I'll give you guys some pre-warning so you can get the first round. How's that? That's a long-term goal. I'm nowhere near ready for that, but it is something I've always wanted to do. So, breeding or scholarship? You mean if you're going to start a program? I would do both. And the reason I do both breeding and scholarship, Elham, I think that's Elham, is because what I do is I have a scholarship, so that gives me SLP. I use the SLP to breed, and then I use the breeds to sell to make a little bit more to money and to further expand my community and my breeding pool. So I do both. I recommend that other people do both because it is a good way. And that way you're not always bridging SLP to and from Ronin all the time. Is the price of Axies adjusted to MP based or ETH or USD? Support from Malaysia, Steve. Thanks for being here from Malaysia. The price of Axies is in Ethereum, so it's directly pegged to Ethereum. Yeah, I think that answers your question. Like, you can see the prices in USD when you're on the market. You can... Oh, why did I close the Axie Infinity market? Axie Infinity... I don't know why I closed the marketplace. Because I go here so much. You can see that 0.26 is Ethereum, but you can see the approximate US dollar amount below that as well. So... at some point I'm going to need to get rid of this stun. Let's do it now. What's your opinion on Blankos Block Party? Blankos Block Party. As you can see, it's up here. My opinion is it's cool. I like it. I think it's like if you're more into gaming and you're less into play to earn, I think it's a really fun thing. I tried it. I have an account. I'm just not a big like online platformer. When I'm looking for like gaming, video gamings, I'm a big Apex Legend fan, so I play Apex, which is why Blankos for me, like Blankos Block Party for me, I like the idea a lot, but I don't think it's my cup of tea. But I think it's cool, and I definitely think it's I think it's got a lot of like future potential because it's not, a lot of the crypto games right now are kind of gimmicky, and Blankos Block Party is a very like game-oriented, like there's a lot of gameplay and content there that I think it'll actually be around for a while. It's just my opinion. Wow, good luck, dude. Thanks, Lim. Good day, Wilfred, to you too. Congrats on 11K. Thanks, Elov. That's awesome. Jay, same if you have time, I guess, and enough money. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Do you have any tips for beginners, Ducky, gameplay-wise, and milestones for the first few weeks and months? Yeah, sorry, I saw this question for beginner tips a couple times, but we're getting lots of comments here, so. I think for me, once you have a team, I guess depends on your definition of beginner. So if you're a beginner and the fact that you have a team, let's assume, my beginner tips would be, most of all, focus on playing adventure mode first, which is what I'm doing right now. And the reason for that is you can tell that when you have like higher level Axies, you can get your 100 SLP in adventure mode really quick. So for the first few weeks, I really like to focus on getting leveled up Axies so you can get your adventure mode SLP. Like that's 100 SLP plus the daily quest bonus 50 that you can get very fast. And then once your Axies get to a higher level, then you can use your energy to grind more SLP in arena mode. That's probably my biggest tip for beginners. Where do you find scholars? I have a Google form and some videos for that, so you can go check those out. Hello, bro. Hey, music manager. Glad you're here. Did you get started to get scholarship? If you mean my scholarship program, I've been slowly bringing people on board. I just brought someone on 6 days ago, so the program's ongoing. Terminator with high speed or Terminator with high HP, which is better? Personally, I like high speed. The reason I like high speed, someone wanted me to play, I think you wanted me to play Reptile, Aqua, Plant. Is that correct? I think that's what someone said. So let's do this. Which one do I want? Do I want Bug Ant? Someone mentioned Gravel Ant earlier too. So I'll play a couple games with this, but in a minute because I'm gonna have to. I'll be answering less questions if I'm focusing on this mode. What was I just talking about? I was just talking about reptiles, and I was going to show you this reptile here. That's why I pulled up my teams, because I go for speed. The reason I go for speed is because, as you can see, I have a bird eyes. I have bird and aqua eyes and ears because that gives me extra speed. The reason I do that is because 42 speed outspeeds pure beasts. Pure beasts are 41 speed, and beasts do so much damage to your reptile that I like to hit them with that stun first. Because if you can hit them with a 3-card combo with the leggings, it takes 2 energy, you stun them, they're going to miss, they're going to attack again, they're going to get stunned again from your shell, and then they're going to miss again, and they're going to have a very hard time killing you. So I like to outspeed pure beast. That's why I go for speed. I definitely think there's some merit for slower reptiles. If I was going to go for an HP reptile, I would go for a reptile with the cards that benefit from it. So like Kotaro, which gets you energy when your opponent's slower, and what's the other one? Surprise Invasion. So like if you look at these two cards, you gain an energy if your opponent's faster, and you do more damage if your opponent's faster. I think there's a lot of good combinations to use with that, where you use bulkier reptiles, just my opinion. Like if you're going to do a bulky Tri-Spikes build, I would go these two. I would go these three cards, and then I would replace Shrimp with something else. You could do a zero cost card, like Grass Snake would be the best right now, but super expensive to get an Axie like that, but just an idea. Music Manager, thanks, man. I'm so happy we have 11k subs, and thank you everyone for being here. Would you take a scholar who is already playing but has access to other devices? No, absolutely. I would not Harry skin, just because that's against the terms of service, and it risks my Axie, it risks your Axies, and I would never do that. So if you already have Axies, please don't apply for my scholarship. I won't accept you. It's just a waste of your time and a waste of my time, and it's against the rules, and it's too risky. This game costs too much to get into. I wouldn't risk your Axies, and I wouldn't risk my Axies. Yep, accepting from the Philippines, Virginia. Every country is welcome to apply. I don't have a preference for where you are. Can you check this Axie? YNN. I haven't got too many of these requests yet, which is surprising. But yeah, I'll take a look. Marketplace, dashboard. What am I doing here? I'm drawing a blank. Why am I drawing a blank? Where's the search for Axies? Axie breeding calc. This is not the best way to do it. I'm drawing a blank here where the search Axie is. So let's just do this. This is what you're looking at, eh? Garish worms with yam, veggie bite, and beach. And you've got, well, your ears are, okay. You're fast. I think this is a good poison reptile. It's not a reptile, it's a Dawn. I think this is a decent Axie. I need to find out how to get this in the marketplace. Someone put in the comment, where do I search for Axies? It's been so long. People don't usually ask me to search Axies for them that I'm drawing a blank here. Not the bridge, obviously, not the dashboard. You see, I haven't set up the password on this account. This is not my main Ronin wallet. This is embarrassing. But this is what the first stream is for. I knew there were going to be some snags. Let's the comment here. Who asked me to search that? Throw a link to the Axie in here, and I'll copy paste it. If you're a scholar, let's get back to these questions. Yeah, if you want me to look at some Axies, throw a link in here, and I'll just copy paste it. Hi there, love your content. Thanks, April. I appreciate that. Can I resubmit the Google form? Roy, that's a good question. I believe if you resubmitted it updates, but if you didn't make a mistake, please don't resubmit. If you made a mistake, I understand. Open an Axie, then replace the number. Replace the number. Open an Axie and replace the number. Axie Zone. Yeah, I was looking. There's Finder. There's Finder on Axie Zone, but there's no search one here for putting this in. Do you play on the phone app sometimes? Yeah, I usually actually play on the phone app. I actually bought a used Android phone because I have an Apple phone. So I actually bought a used Android phone just to play Axie Infinity. I went to my local electronics store and I got a cheap used Android device. Just open one Axie and place it's on the URL. Ah. Okay, thank you. That's embarrassing. Like that. There we go. Thank you. I knew I was forgetting something very easy. Oh, that's great. Okay, there we go. I apologize. I can't remember who did that. Thank you for all the comments. You guys all commented the same thing. I got it now. It's been a while since I've had to search for a specific Axie. So, Veggie Bite, Wooden Stab, Gas Unleashed. I think this is a good poison Axie. Its sale history is 1.75. And what are they asking for it? I wouldn't pay 0.5 for this, to be honest with you. That's just me. It's a decent build, but I think that like the Beach and the Veggie Bite, you could find some better parts. You could find like healing if you want to heal the Aqua, because you're, what are you? You're Dawn. You're Dusk. Sorry, you're Dusk. I always say Dawn because the moon. Yeah, it's strong, but I think if you had a backdoor option, it would be much better, because you want to. This typically isn't going to be your frontline Axie. It's going to be your mid or back. So I would want something that would allow me, like Toothless Bite, or something that would allow me to get past their front and put the poison, all this poison damage onto their back line is what I would prefer. So personally, I think 0.5 is a bit high for this. And you can see, like, you can look at that 1 week ago, someone bought this for 0.17 Ethereum. The price of Axie has gone up, but the price of Axie has not gone up 2.5 times. So this guy has probably been sitting here a little while. He's trying to make a hefty profit. I think this is a bit overpriced. Just my opinion. But you could look at similar Axies and do some comparison. I don't have any Dusks, so they're not my specialty. I don't know the price point for Dusks as well as I do with something with Reptiles. But that's just my first impression. Yeah, thanks guys for all the comments. Laugh my ass off. Drink your coffee. Yeah, I probably need some coffee, but I'm just sticking with liquids to keep hydrated. No caffeine at the moment. What do you think of SLP supply? I find your analysis risk analytic the most useful than others. Yeah, I want to do JN. I think it's JN. I want to do some more analytical videos like that. And I have a specific one in mind where I want to analyze my predictions for SLP and AXS. So that's something I'll get to in the coming weeks, but I just don't want to rush it because I like to have some graphs and some nice presentations for you guys. So I'll definitely do some more analytical videos. I know those ones are popular, and I really like making those. So yeah, as far as the supply goes, like it's a constant increasing supply, but it's also burning because people are breeding. So I'll talk about that more in a future video. If your Scholar Axies got banned due to multi-account, will you affect directly? Can you manage or do something to appeal? No, Rafi. I hope you don't mind me calling you Rafi. Unfortunately, I have not had any Axies banned yet, knock on wood, so you can't appeal anything. There's no appeals, unfortunately. So if your Axie gets banned, that's it. You're done for. And it's your Axies as the manager. It's your Axies that are blacklisted. They can't battle. They can't trade. They're essentially useless. They're not removed from your wallet, but they're removed from they're just worthless within the ecosystem. So it's super risky. Yeah, wow, 0.5 Ethereum. In general, I would say this is a good Axie up here, but I just think that's too expensive. And there are better parts you could have, especially at that price range. How do target farther Axies work, especially when the lineup looks like a triangle? When the lineup is a triangle, it's random when they're side by side, but when they're in a row, certain cards have different effects. So if we go here, your typical like where's the card list? So your typical backdoor cards are things like you'll see Dark Swoop a lot. So this is the one you see with birds. This will target the fastest enemy. And you can see that when you're playing games. You can see where the fastest enemy is. And I'll play some more games here in a minute because I think some of you might want to see that. But there's a lot of options. Some of them target the farthest enemy. Some of them target the fastest enemy. Some of them target an idle enemy, which means that if two of the enemies have attacked, it'll attack the one that hasn't attacked. So different cards do different things. That's how it's determined. Mark, let's take a look at, you wanted me to check out two Axies here. I can take a quick look. Let's duplicate this and grab this. There we go. That was hard to copy. Paste. So you have their peer. Sorry for being silent here. I'm just reading this. Gold. I like that this has goldfish, 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 and Nemo, Nemo. Shoalstar. Watermelon is not a great thing. Razorbyte is not great in the R1 genes, but not bad. This guy I like a lot more. This actually I think is really good for breeding because his R1 and R2 genes are in the eyes and the ears, right? Which is a good sign. Cute Bunny and Dual Blades are also great cards. They're both like bug and beasts. They do damage to plants. I actually have an Aqua with Cute Bunny, and I have Aquas in the past with Dual Blades. So those are both actually really good cards. So if you were to get your R1 and R2 genes on this, that would be great. So he's a really good breeding candidate in general. This guy's not bad. I just think if you could make this a little bit more pure, if you have something a little bit pure, I would do it. If you don't, I would probably still breed this. I would probably still breed the two of them, but this guy is the better candidate in my opinion. So if you do have something a little bit more pure than this to breed him with, I would go for it. Let's go back to the bottom. Maiko, do Terminators absolutely need to be the highest speed possible? If so, Dom Terminators are OP. Terminators do not need to be the fastest as possible. There are other reasons. Also, Dons lose a bit of attack bonus sometimes because you don't get... Dons have 10% bonus instead of 15 on the same type attack bonus. But just to show you guys a point here, since you're asking, I think... Let's see if it's still up here. These are constantly changing. But this is the ladder. These are the top Axies on the leaderboard right now. And one of them was a Dawn Reptile. I can't remember who had it, but there's a Dawn Reptile in the top 10. I'm not going to look at all these right now, but you can go through the Axie leaderboard and you can check what is quite high up. And I've noticed quite a few Dawn Terminators are there, so it's definitely a strong card. Don't skimp on the Dawn Terminators. Jay, what said decrease the PvP SLP gain, increase PLP reward? I guess the SLP becomes 15 or 20 again. Yeah, hard to say what'll happen if they put something like that in place. Raphael, do you have any news about breeding events of the Axie developers? I think I've heard this news before. If it's true, not true, disregard. Sorry guys, my lips are a little bit dry. I haven't heard any updates to the next breeding event, but they do breeding events. So I know they were talking about having one soon, but I haven't been paying attention to the event. So if I hear some news, I will let you guys know, but I'm not sure at the moment. Is it good to breed a Nemo, Sponge, Risky Fisk, Shoal, Star, Aqua? Yeah, those are all great parts. I think that would be a good candidate for breeding. Nemo and Sponge go really well together. And Shoal, yeah, that's a good strong midline Aqua. So I think that's a good breeding candidate. Just look at the R1 and the R2 genes. Make sure that you don't have a big mess in your purity. Because if your R1 and R2 genes are really bad, then I wouldn't breed it. So they are best in my opinion. They'll also double the price. Yeah, Graham. That's exactly what I was thinking. It comes down to price point. Like I have this Terminator. I got him at a good price. He's max speed but not lowest HP. He's got one bird and one Aqua part and his eyes and his ears. The absolute fastest Reptile you can get for Terminators would be this exact Reptile but with a bird eye instead, because then your HP is slightly lower. But then it also depends on when you're in game, your HP gets lower and it changes your speed. So Siddiq, there are scholarships available, but you have to apply. You can check out my other videos. Kenneth, not Axie related, but aside from breeding, playing Axies, and YouTube, do you have a job and something you regularly do? Some people literally quit their jobs to play NFT games. What can you say about it? Well, Kenneth, right now I'm studying Japanese. I actually study Japanese 5 times a week for a few hours a day. I'm also doing marketing work. So I run Google ad campaigns and I do digital marketing. And that's my career. I also am involved in several publicly traded companies. I used to work quite heavily in the mining space. Not Bitcoin mining, but physical gold mining, because it's something my family got into. So that's something I'm involved with as well. I would love to quit my day job and play NFT games right now. But I just, I think there's a lot of risk with these kind of games. And I don't know what's going to happen with the future. So I'm not going to quit my day job just yet. And I study Japanese because I like Japan. I'm living in Japan. And so that's something I'm going to continue with for the foreseeable future as well. I came for memes. What do you think about breeding mixed genes Axies or low tier Axie for plants? Is it still profitable? Because the SLP price has come down a bit, it might be profitable, but typically it can be very unprofitable to breed non-pure Axies. So you definitely have to do the cost and cost basis. Okay, just getting an update. We still looking good on the audio. If you guys have any qualms, if my audio is sounding funny, or if you want the music, like there's a little bit of slight music playing, if you need a little louder, quieter, let me know too. Beast and Double Aqua is still a good team to start playing with, right? I would run Plant and Double Aqua, Brent. That's what I think is a very strong build, is Plant, Double Aqua. The Beast, you need a tanky Aqua in the front, a tanky card, a tanky Axie in the front, and Plant is usually a good choice. Do you have the energy refreshing bug? Yes, I do. My energy is not refreshing properly. So not much we can do about it right now, but technically banned Axies are not worthless as they are still a store of value. Yeah, Jen, they're blocked for a year, I think. So they're not worthless, but they're just like way less valuable because you can't use them to generate SLP, you can't breed with them, you can't sell them. It's still an NFT that's in your wallet, but it's just not usable in the ecosystem. Okay, thanks. Let's play one game, just because I haven't played any games. I might lose because I'm also talking to you guys, but I promise you guys I'd play a game with a Plant, Aqua, Reptile. I did not buy these 3 Axies to go together. Keep that in mind. I bought these just all differently and randomly and kind of threw them on a team because I thought it was interesting. He's got a bird. He's got the Dark Swoop, so he can backdoor me, but he's got no eggshell. One thing you typically want on a team like this is an eggshell. So he doesn't have that. I'm just going to go for the double steal because I can. And I'm tempted to throw the beach in here too, but I don't know if I need to. Because he's got the healing, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do all 3. What team would you use if you were starting from the beginning? I definitely still recommend Plant Double Aqua. I think it's a really strong build. He used 1 card, so we're going to get both his energy, and he's going to have 2 next turn, and I'm going to have 4. I'm going to talk out loud here too, so I try not to lose this game. He's only got 2 energy. He can't do much. I'm going to use Gravelant just because it's kind of fun. And he could throw up some defense here. Yeah, and I don't have any strong attacks, so he's just going to heal. That's fine. That means he used 1 energy, so next turn he'll have 3 and I'll have 5. And he can't do too many. He can't attack me. And I think he can still use Yam. I think Yam's not a melee, but yeah, no worries, Brent. Beast and Plant. The more you play the game, the more you'll get used to it and stop confusing things. But yeah, that just comes with time. I don't have great cards here, unfortunately. How much energy? He's got 3 energy this time. I guess I could just throw some. I think I got a lot of energy. I'm just gonna throw some damage into him. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because he might go to me here. Maybe I should have used all my energy. What is your percentage rate with your Scholars? Chris, I do 50-50. The reason I do 50-50 is I think it's fair. I tell everyone up front, when you go to apply, the first thing it says is, this is 50-50. If you don't think that's fair, please don't apply. I'm not forcing anyone to apply because I know some scholars give out 60% to their scholars, but unfortunately, I know a lot of scholarships that give their scholars like 30, 40%, 20%. I think that is like really unfair, so I think 50-50 is a strong split. Because like I said earlier, I'm not making a ton of money right now. What I'm doing is I'm reinvesting into this game to expand my community. So, man, I'm not getting great cards here just because I don't have any damage. So, how can I? And I gotta do something. Let's do this. Kenneth, thanks for answering, bro. I want to live in Japan as well, but probably in the near future. Good luck with your Japanese classes. Sore ga dekimasu yo. I can do it. I think so. Arigato. Yeah, I love Japan. I've wanted to live here for a long time. It's one of the reasons that yeah, I should have predicted that, but I didn't have any Aqua cards, so I couldn't defend myself anyways. So, Can I survive here? I don't know. Let's try. Yeah. Did he use 2? I've totally lost track of the energy. He destroys my energy, but I survive. Can you make a movie about building team for starters? Yeah, Thomas, that's something I can definitely think about. I'm making a list of like videos you guys want to see, so I'll consider that. Chris, this is awesome. Me too, 50 split. Yeah, I think 50-50 is a fair split. I did a lot of research. I looked at a lot of what other people were doing before I decided on that split. But of course, like, there's no correct answer for that. Man, I don't have any laggings. He could backdoor me. I think I'm going to do that. This game, we'll see what happens here. Also start, if it's possible to buy only 2 Axies and breed with them, or do you have to buy 3 to be able to do anything in the game? And also, what type is the cheapest to start breeding? So, Robin Banks, one thing that I've said in the past, hold on. He doesn't survive, so that's what I want to do. I don't want to use the chomp. I think that's the better play. Stun the bird, kill the beast. See here, I outspeed his beast. That is huge here. That's one of the reasons I have a fast reptile. That's what I'm going to do when the timer runs out. Let's answer some questions. So yeah, Robin, you can buy 2 Axies. You can buy 2 Axies, breed them, get a 3rd Axie, and then start playing the game with those 3 Axies. Getting competitive on the ladder with the 3 of the same Axies is tough, but you can do it. If you're just trying to get 150 to 180 SLP a day, you can totally go buy 2 Aquas. Oh, I gotta end my turn. 2 Aquas or 2 plants, and that's totally a viable solution, just to breed them and go for it. And then, and yeah, like just look at your cost of everything. I think we're okay in this game. Even if he has 4 cards, I don't think he can pull this out as long as I have. And he has no health, so I'm gonna. Oh yeah, he just gives up. Yeah. So you can see how good like the Terminator is there. We clutched that one out even though I'm not really paying attention. Can you bring your window to the top a bit? Ah, yeah. Good call. Thank you. Yeah, that should look better. My bad. I forgot that my face is blocking out. I'm surprised no one said that sooner. Yeah. Binance is not working here in Canada. What crypto platform do you recommend to buy and sell? Well, Mark, I use, there's actually some affiliate links in the description for this because I thought some people might ask this question. What I do is, because even though I live in Japan, I'm Canadian, I use ShakePay. It's an app on my phone. It doesn't trade in SLP, but you can buy and trade Ethereum super easily, and you can actually do e-transfers. So I'm with TD. I just e-transfer money to ShakePay. It takes like a minute, and then I buy Ethereum, and then I send it to my Metamask or my Binance from there. So yeah, that's what I do for all my like cash to Ethereum or Ethereum to cash. I use ShakePay for everything. If you sign up with my affiliate link, we'll both get $10 too. So it's a good way to get started. And yeah, sign up for Binance too if you're going to do a bunch of other trading. I recommend having both. But yeah, ShakePay has just been super easy. Once you get verified, it'll take a little while to get verified. You have to give them your ID, the normal stuff. But then once you get going, it's pretty great. Let's do one more game while we're at it. Binance is not working. Yeah. Don't mind the screen higher. The face is blocking. Wait, yeah. That's what I just did. Thank you guys for that. Hey, Attack on Axie. Why is SLP decreasing in your opinion? I've been thinking about this a lot, Lamb, and it's hard to give you an exact reason. But I think for me, one of my thoughts is the fact that AXS has the use in the future of possibly being a governance token. And a lot of people looking at Axie want to get involved are buying AXS. So the price of AXS is staying the same, but people still have to breed. So in order for breeding to be profitable, AXS and SLP can't just keep going up forever. So I think that's why the SLP is taking a lot of the pressure of the AXS price staying the same. I'm going to put that in better terms in the future in a video, but that's just like off the top of my head. Let's do the ShakePay just to support Bitcoin. Yeah, Mark. They only do Ethereum and Bitcoin for now, which is why I also use it in conjunction with. I'll show you in a minute what I would do is I'd buy Ethereum, I send it to my MetaMask wallet, and then I use Uniswap. Or there's a lot of dApps you can use, but you can use something like this to exchange from any currency to any currency, and you have to pay the gas fee, but you can swap between Ethereum and other currencies on that once you have it in the system. So that's usually what I do. What did he do? Did he attack? I wasn't paying enough attention to know if he's got energy. But I think I'm just going to go for some fucking damage. Excuse my language. I'm going to go for some damage here. That'll stun him. Hit him hard. He's not going to get the fear here. But I am just going to do a lot of damage to him. And he can't heal. I think that's what I want to do. He has tri-spikes. I have to watch out for that later. Hey, congrats on 10K. Thank you, Dress. This has been growing so fast. I'm super thankful. I run a plant, beast, and a Terminator on the backline. Do I need a yam on my plant? Furthermore, I find the beast unreliable. What can I swap it with? Yeah, I've been playing around with this team a lot. And one thing I do, as you can see, is I switched this beast here for an Aqua. These weren't meant to be together. I'm just putting them together. I have the Gravelant on here because it gives me an option to combine with the other... the cute bunny, right? Because I need to do a chain to get the fear effect. And also it's kind of fun. It has the same effect as Hot Butt. It's got less damage, but I like using Gravelant. And if I hit him with Gravelant, if I get through this and hit him with Gravelant, he's in a lot of trouble. So he might tri-spikes me here. Shit. Let's do this. Does he have enough? I'm not paying enough attention. I don't think he's got the energy, so... But that's fine. We'll just do a little damage. Do I need Yam? I have Yam on another version of Steam, and I really like Yam because poison does trigger... Poison triggers allergic reaction. That's why I like having Yam. So I think it's a good choice. How does stun actually work? Does it block the first or second attack? Because I always see you play a zero cost card as a second card. Stun... So what I usually do with a Terminator is I'll play Sticky Goo, and then I'll play a zero cost card, and then I'll play Chomp. Stun, the turn you're stunned is the turn you miss. So if you're the attacker, you want to miss your zero cost card, typically, and you want to hit the next card. And for me, I use the zero cost so that so he gets stunned with the last one, because you want the last attack to stun him. He didn't attack there, so he could... I'm going to do this, in case he tri-spikes me. Yeah, he does tri-spike me, so I want him to hit my plant. That's why I'm doing this play. Because he's going to now waste his tri-spikes onto my plant, and then if I survive... How much? Wait, how much? Oh. Never mind. I misspoke. I screwed that up. But that's okay. This is alright. He can't attack this turn now. Because he's gravel, he probably doesn't have a melee. He can only use Spike Throw. Scale Dart. Scale Dart? I can't remember Scale Dart's melee, actually. Anyways. Okay. I'm doing too much at once, I think. Let's stun him. I'm going to go for the max damage here. Congrats, sir. Thank you, Shirley. I appreciate that. I want to see your rep, dude. Rep. Scholarship. Potentially. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people waiting, Shirley. I'm going through applications, and I'm doing the best I can. So I appreciate if you applied. Please continue to be part of the community. Why Unistop? Metamask also has a swap, right? Is it cost efficient use? Rafi, you can't swap tokens within Metamask. You need to have a DApp. So you need to use something like Uniswap. I use Uniswap because it's reliable, but you can also use an aggregator like 1inch. I really like 1inch, which is a great DeFi DApp that works on a couple different blockchains. I actually use it on the Polygon network as well. But 1inch typically has it's an aggregator, so it tries to get you the best price. But don't always trust the price on Uniswap. You can shop around, but you do need a DEX. You can't just do it natively in MetaMask. Now what do we do? Lowest shield target. I think 40 and 40. I think I need to do this. Yeah. This one's going to be a bit tougher to win. A lot of people dump SLP into Ethereum, which causes a drop in SLP. I'm doing the reverse because SLP is on sale right now. Yeah, that's fair, Lance. That is one of the reasons that it keeps going down for sure. Oh, that's a bad... I don't have any zero cost cards, which is kind of bad because I can't stun him. So I'm just going to use both of these. He'll go first. Do I need the shield? No, I'm going to do this. Oh, that's interesting. This should be enough. Yeah, this is enough to kill him. So he wasted a card there. And now if I get it... Yeah, this is a better draw. So now we're looking okay. Yep, nothing else to do there. Ooh, a lot of people. Yeah. What do you do with Axies that has gene quality of 90%? Do you breed with it or give it to scholars? Well, Derek, it depends. If I have an option, like I'll usually breed 3 or 4, depending on the cost. And if 90% is the highest in the chain, I will usually use it, but it just depends. He did a lot of damage there. What is he? Oh, he's healing too. And he's got the tail slap. Yeah, I think we lost this one. Maybe not. Depends how much energy he's got. He misses the stun, then he's going to get stunned again. Oh, I didn't have a stun there. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. But this will put him slower than me. We might be able to clutch this out. Depends what I draw. We'll see in a minute. It's going to be tough, though. I think we lost this one. No, we might be okay here. How much shield can he put up? 40. Let's see here. No, I don't think that's enough. I think we got it. Yeah, if he doesn't go in last stand, we're good. He goes in last stand. Oh, he used Nemo, though. We're good. Nice. That was a closer one. Congrats to 10K. Nice tattoo sleeve, by the way. Thanks, Dominic. I have both my arms, so I guess don't get to show you guys these very much, but yeah. So I have a lot of tattoos. Definitely a hobby of mine. One Axie has healing 120 HP in front team, but most of the time it doesn't. Nothing when I apply this from my back Axie. Oh, are you talking about Silent Whisper? Who asked? Techline, are you asking about Silent Whisper, I think? Silent Whisper. Yeah, heal front teammate for 190 HP. Is this the one you mean? It's not a very good card because it's, like you said, it doesn't heal yourself. So it's actually kind of like not great. The cards that heal yourself on plants are a lot better. I try to avoid the Silent Whisper card whenever I can. You can swap in Metamask directly. It checks 8 different dexes. Oh, a boy and his dad. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. Yeah. My bad. I should start doing that maybe. I don't do that. I actually just check a couple dexes myself. The other thing is I don't swap currencies in Metamask a whole lot. That's good to know. Maybe I'll look into that. Maybe I could be saving some money. Thanks a lot, you guys. But yeah, typically I don't swap stuff in Metamask. I swap currencies around in other more complicated ways as well, such as bridging them to other sidechains. But anyways, I'm not something to get into too much. Typically in Metamask, I'm just swapping Ethereum for ASX and bridging it back to Ronin. But that's good to know. How can I learn to play Axie from zero? Alexandru, I would recommend YouTube. I think you're on the right track. Watching videos is definitely the best resource. Twitch streams, YouTube Live, and YouTube videos will get you on the right track to learning how to play. So, what if I'm a scholar for someone and then get enough to buy my own and create a new account? Will be considered multi-account for Baron? I can't understand what. Yes. So, Phobia, in that case, if you earn enough money to have your own team, you need to stop your scholarship. You need to say to your manager that you need to quit the scholarship because you've now got your own team so that they can then go and give that scholarship to someone else who's in need. Because there are a lot of people needing scholarships, and so I would say let them give that to someone else. That would be the best thing to do. And your manager probably won't mind. So especially if he's a good manager, if you have a good relationship, he won't mind you quitting to play the game with your own team. So Axie World has a better card search tool. Yeah, I have Axie World open here. I like this visually. I use this a lot. But the problem with this is some of these cards are wrong. So, like, for example, if we're looking at plant tails. What's wrong on here? Oh, back. 115. Like, October treat, that's wrong. It's only 110. So Axie World's out of date. That's why I don't use this. It's nice visual. I use this for some of my videos because it looks good. But the information is more accurate on Axie Zone. So keep that in mind. I use both. Sir Coley. You can swap it in meta. At least I can. We is checking best prices on 6.5. Yeah. Someone said that. So I'm going to have to start doing that. Like I said, I usually check a few dexes myself. I use aggregators like 1inch, which did the same thing. 1inch is what an aggregator means, is it checks a whole bunch of sites for you. So that's the exact same function. I mentioned Uniswap just because it's fast and reliable, but I typically use something like 1inch, which is an aggregator, which would be doing the exact same thing. But I'll look into using the native one to Metamask. I'm not familiar with it, but sounds like it would be super easy. Can my underage sister, not 18, play on her phone and be my scholar? I know other people are doing that, but the rules of the game say you must be 18, so you're taking a risk. I can't speak for the team. I can't say they're going to ban you for playing with an underage player, but it is against the terms and service, so I would be careful about doing that. Thank you very much for this. Hope to catch you soon again and your new coming videos. Thank you very much, YCK. Enjoy your class. I hope to see you again. Guys, my throat is really dry. My water will last a minute. In a minute, I'm going to get another water bottle, but... Cafe Duro. Morning, Axie Familia. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate the support. Lance, Beast Aqua hybrids are OP. Very rare breeds. Yeah, that's true. Beast Aqua hybrids are great. You can see this is a Beast, this is a Bug Aqua hybrid, which is the same essential thing because Bug and Beast parts hit reptiles and plants harder. And I actually have Cute Bunny to give them fear as well. That's one of the things behind this team. So, someone else, what did someone ask? Let's go back to the, where's my Gary the Beast? No, let's do the randos. I want to play a couple games with this team just because I really like this Beast. Someone was mentioning earlier they're having... Oh, what were you having trouble with? You were having trouble with... someone was having trouble with this. A plant, beast, reptile. Let's do one game like this. I actually agree. That's why I switched this team. I put the water on this because I prefer the water with a beast or a bug part over the actual beast here. Royvik, I do have scholarships coming available. I have spots available every 2 weeks. Please apply. I know there are so many people that need scholarships really badly, so I can't just accept anyone on the spot, but please apply. Please apply to other scholarships as well, and I wish you the best of luck, but I can't just promise you a scholarship. Ooh, he's got a team I actually like. I kind of want one of these Shrimpinator teams. Whoever was talking about switching out the Beast for an Aqua, that is a really good choice. It's also a really expensive choice right now, so keep that in mind. I'm surprised, Arnold, I'm surprised you're living in Japan with tattoos. No offense, but if you know what it meant. Anyways, congrats on 10,000 subs. Actually, Arnold, I have another YouTube channel about life in Japan, and I talk about tattoos a lot. I'll talk about them for a second here, but I have to make a play. Yeah, I have to keep my tattoos covered a lot of the time. The problem is the tattoos have a long-standing history with the Yakuza, which is essentially the Japanese mafia. But times are changing, and people are quite friendly about it, but I can't go to the gym. I can't go to some beaches. I can't do a lot of things when my tattoos are exposed. All mine are coverable, so I do keep them covered. I keep them covered at school. I keep them covered at the gym. And when people see them, they're very friendly about it. Like, old ladies sometimes come up and want to touch my skin. But every now and again, like, it does have that negative connotation to it. I think being a foreigner makes it better. I hate to say that, but it's true. Like, people know I'm obviously from a different culture, so they cut me some more slack as well. What's he going to do? I think he's going to put up a yam, and I don't want to run into that. Is he going to Shrimpinator me? He only used 1 energy. No, he just used yam. Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't need that much defense, but at least I'm going to steal energy. Attack on Axie. Hey, Rev. Hey, Rez. Thank you. How much should I invest to start maybe a plant breeding farm? That depends. I'd have to take a look at what zero-cost plants are going for. Take a look in the marketplace and see what it would cost you to get 2 plants with 96% purity or more, and then check what your costs are for your AXS and your SLP. Let's make a play here. He's got a lot. He's got some energy. I did just steal one. He's gonna try and Shrimpinator me soon. He's gonna prioritize. The one reason I have this beast on this is my reptile's faster, so he can't actually hit my beast. He's gonna hit my reptile. So I'm gonna put up some defenses. That's gonna be. Let's do my own poison. in case it survives. And let's throw in this as well. Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't go for the beast, which is good. He just goes straight for my bug, or my front, which is fine. I put the stun first because I was going to hit him again anyways, and I didn't need the stun, so... Yeah, we're just going to kill each other's plants, which is okay. I wasn't paying enough attention to his energy. I should have been. I need to get some defense, so I'm going to do this. No. Do I need the poison? No, I don't need the poison. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to try and live. I'm going to try and live. Oh, he's just going to let me nail him. Okay. Add attack and Axie. I just want to ask, is that a One Piece reference? It is a... That is a One Piece reference, Rez. I'm glad someone noticed that. No one's ever asked me that, but it is a One Piece reference. Yeah. No me. I like One Piece. I'm not caught up, so don't give me any spoilers, but I have... You can see I have some of the manga behind me as well, actually. I have the first couple volumes because I'm learning Japanese, and I can very slowly read them now, so I'm starting to read the manga too. But, yeah. It is a One Piece reference. What do I do here? I think my beast is a goner, so I think I'm just going to kill him. Yeah. With more than one account in a house on the same Wi-Fi, as long as they are on different devices, am I right? This is okay. Do you have a different setup for roaming? Yes. Harry Skin, that is okay. You can have, like, family members can play on the same Wi-Fi. Oh, he didn't attack my beast? I'm surprised. Oh, he just put up... Okay, I see. He just went for the Shrimpinator. I'm surprised there. I guess it makes sense. But now I can kill him. I think he messed that up. Yeah. Because I can kill him here. Actually, let's go... Just in case. Is that enough? How much defense can he put up? If he puts up 100 defense, I'm going to do this just to be safe. No, he's going to let it die. That's fine. I used too much energy there, but I need to get him out of last stand too. Yeah, different family members can play on the same internet, so you can have 2 accounts on the same internet. He outspeeds my beast, which is a little bit annoying since I just drew all that, but I think I'm just going to have to hit him with... Can he kill me here? That's like a really risky play, but it's kind of what I want to do. Yeah, that was not the right play. Oh well. I think I lose this one to another Terminator. Which is okay. Yeah, I also have tattoos, mostly Japanese themed, though I am not a Japanese. I just love their culture, especially on the artistic side. Yeah, I do too, YNN. I'm a big anime nerd too, so I have that as well. But just in general, like, I love the food, and there's quite a lot of aspects about the culture that I enjoy. Hold on, I gotta think about this one. I don't think I can get the double stun on him and not miss. Oh yeah, I have to do that. Yeah, not enough damage. Yeah, I lost this one, so that's okay. We are in Florida. What's up to all the East Coast peeps? Hey, Cafe, I'm glad you made it out from the East Coast, so it really is good morning over there for you, I'm sure. I'm in Japan, so it's like 8:30 at night here. Let me just check my phone again really quick. Apex multiple times. Yeah, that's a loss. That's okay. As you can see, this team has a bit of I don't like the beast on this team as much, but let's do another one with it anyways because I think it's kind of fun. Sean, lol, I thought it was Attack on Titan. Yeah, that was the inspiration. I was just thinking about Attack on Titan when I made this channel. I was like, hey, you know what? Attack on Axie. Why not? I'm a big anime fan, as you can tell from the manga and stuff behind me, and I've talked about it a few times. So, Alvin, what are your thoughts on regarding tweets of Jihos? Is it really necessary to adjust SLP rewards in Venture and Arena? I think the team has put a lot of thought into this, and I do think they'll make the right decision. So I have faith in them, and I don't think they'll do anything too drastic. So we'll see what happens, but I think it's a good idea. I also kind of like the idea of things being more weighted competitive because I like the adventure. I like the arena mode more than I like adventure mode. Dwad Lane, you did your first breed today. Congrats, man. 100% virgins. What should I do with the parents? Just sell them. I would say, one, you can play the game with them. You could, if you have two parents, so you could actually use the two parents and one of the offspring, and you could start grinding SLP. That's probably what I would do, because you can definitely get in adventure mode, and depending on what you're breeding, you could probably get 5 wins a day to get your daily adventure mode as well. Oh, I need one more adventure mode. Let's just get that out of the way. I can use these guys. Yeah, I would probably play the game to get SLP so you don't have to buy it, and then sell them down the road. That's what I would do. Hey, a greeting from Brazil. Hey, Ray. Greetings to you too. Thank you for being here. Do you sell the parents or child if you're breeding? It's blase. I sell the parents. So I breed them, and then I keep the child for the next round of breeding, and then once they've been bred, I sell them. So I usually sell most of my Axies once they've been bred. This is just adventure mode. I just need to get one more win for my daily SLP. So, Cafe, what's the adventure mode like? What else is there to do besides PvP and adventure mode? Right now, PvP and adventure mode are the only things. They're going to bring land gameplay soon in the future, and they're going to make an upgrade. They're going to do Battle version 2.0 soon, which is an upgrade to the battle system. So you have that to look forward to. But really, it's just those two components at the moment. This is what adventure mode looks like. For me, I find it a little bit boring. I like PvP a lot more because person versus person has just got that competitive element that I really enjoy. So, if I buy an Axie but their strength is relatively weak, can I increase their strength by playing a lot? Thanks. Well, Mohammed, in person versus person, like the arena mode, you cannot make your Axies any stronger. Not yet, anyways. That could be a function in the future, but at the moment it is not a function. But in adventure mode, which is what I'm doing right here, you actually level up and your Axies become stronger the more you play adventure mode. So you can grind SLP in adventure, but if you have really weak Axies, it can be very hard to get started in adventure, and it can be hard to win games in arena, which is where you start earning the big SLP down the road. Robin, any tips on starting your own scholarship? You want to start the scholarship? I think... What would be my tips? My tips would be to get organized. I think that's the biggest one. You need a good way to communicate with your scholars. You need to come up with some rules and some kind of agreement, because you don't want to surprise anybody and you don't want to change things down the line. So what I would do is come up with a system, put a system in place, and then talk to your scholars and make sure you're both on the same page, communicate well, and make sure you're agreeing on how much SLP is split. Do they need to play every day? What happens if they don't make the daily requirement? Do you get some warnings? How much do they need to get in a month, in a day, in a week? Those kind of things. There's a lot to talk about, and I would think about it, make a plan in your mind first, get organized, get a spreadsheet going so you can keep names and contact info for all your guys. Open up a private Discord so you have a way to communicate to all your team and your scholarships. That's what I would recommend. Really just like set a plan in motion and kind of get organized for the best way to run it. As you can see, I'm going to grab some tea I have over here. One moment, guys. Oh, I'm going to drink some jasmine tea. Just so I don't have to run to the kitchen. Elvin. Hey man, I'm planning to get my first team, but researching for a while. Could you recommend a team based on the current meta? The meta varies a lot depending on where you are in the ladder too, so keep that in mind. I think a good team is always like Plant double Aqua is quite strong. Some of the top 10 players on the ladder have a double Aqua Plant team. If you check out my video about Aquas, I talk about them a lot, but essentially what you need is you want a Plant tank for the front, something with Sirius, and then you want a midliner Aqua with Nemo and a high defense card, and then you want a backliner Aqua with Koi, and right now it's very popular to have a zero cost card if you're focusing on battling. If you're focusing on breeding, I would be focused on getting a pure Aqua instead. Like I said, let's do one more Wait, this is arena, right? Yeah. Let's do one more game with this team, and then I'm gonna switch it up just because, like someone else mentioned earlier, I don't like the beast on this build, but I like this beast. I just don't like it on this team. I think I'm just gonna go ham. He's got a similar team to me, just with different components. When did you start playing Axie? By the way, huge fan, even though I haven't played the game. Hope you continue your Attack on Axies series. Greetings from PH. Thank you very much. Is it Jayan? Jayan Carl? I appreciate the support. I do want to continue the Attack on Axies series, so I'm glad you're here. I've been playing for a few months now. I'm not one of those people who's been in for years, but yeah, I will keep playing for a while. And yeah, thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. I'm happy to do this channel. I want to keep it going for a while. So, what do you think is the best line to read? I think plants are a good choice just because they have so much demand in the marketplace. 165. I should survive this. Yeah, okay. And I get to steal one of his energy back. That's perfect. He used, I think he got 2 energy there and used a 4-card combo. He's probably got... He got 2 back. I stole 1. He should have 3 energy-ish. Here. Ish. I think we're going to sacrifice this guy. He's got no way of destroying my energy. But he could stun me. What's faster on his team? His Terminator is faster. Nah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, okay. What do you think is the best line to breed? Yeah. I think if you were going to breed plants, Aquas are a good choice too. Just my opinion, especially as a first breed, because there's a lot of demand for them. Myra, I don't think you choose a noob like me as a scholar. I want to try Axies, but it's so expensive. This is my last money. Any thoughts or advice? I want to earn extra income, especially during this lockdown. Well, Myra, I've mentioned this before. I don't actually think experience is the most important thing for me. They both outspeed my beast, which is a bit annoying. But because I have so many beast cards, I'm going to do this. What do I want to miss? I want to miss one of these steals if I miss anything. But yeah, I'm more focused on communication, eagerness to learn the game, the things like that. The actual experience playing the game will come with time. I'm not looking for someone who's an expert. So, I die here. Yeah, so... That was a risk I think I needed to take because I didn't have good cards here. Now I'm in a tough spot, but not much I can do about it. Kenneth, you said you watch anime. Did I? Someone else? Yeah. Greetings from PH. Okay. Since you watch anime, are you doing anime-related content as well, or just Axie for now? I do script writing, by the way. If you're looking for one, that would be cool. I'll keep that in mind, Kenneth. I'm not doing any anime content at the moment. It's something I'm interested in, so maybe in the future. I have another channel talking a little bit about life in Japan, just because it's... I think there's some interesting things to say as a foreigner living in Japan. I think I need damage here. Yeah. He sped me down there. That was his goal, which was clever. But yeah, no anime content at the moment, maybe in the future, so... What's your opinion on starting Axies as of now when ETH is high and SLP is low? It is profitable, so I think you can start, but who knows what's going to happen with Ethereum? It's at a very unpredictable place right now, so keep that in mind. There's no harm in waiting a few weeks and seeing what happens. There's nothing wrong with being patient. This game has been around a few years. Yes, this exploded recently. But if you're hoping to get in before it dies in a month, if you think that's going to happen, you shouldn't be getting in at all, in my opinion. So I think wait a couple weeks and see what happens if you're a little nervous. What do I play here? I go first. I'm going to break his snail shell, and then I'm going to be stunned. So then I need to miss. Oh, no, and then I need to stun him. But then I'm not going to double stun him. I'm running out of time, though, so I have to make a play. If I only had 1 ETH to start, how would I spend it? I think it's Fasal. Well, Fasal, you can actually get a decent team with 1 Ethereum. I would probably start, if you could afford to get 2 Axies with breeds on them and 1 Axie that's pure, that's what I would do. And I think with that budget, you could get a plant tank with 90% purity or more with 0 breeds on it. And then you could get 2 backup cards like 2 Aquas or a beast and a bird that have breeds on them with some substitute parts for a little bit cheaper. And that should come in your budget. And then you have room to breed in the future if you choose to do so. Now he's going to outspeed me. Shit, I got to make a play here. I think that was a mistake. We'll see. What's the name of your other YouTube channel? So one of my other YouTube channels is Wesley at Large, and that's where I talk about life in Japan, if you want to go check that out. Why do my comment got deleted from the live screen? Harsh, I'm not the one modifying it. YouTube is modifying your content, so I'm not sure. Maybe you used something that was against their policy or some foul language. I don't know what you commented, but this one came through, so I can read this. But yeah, maybe try rephrasing them. Man, these Terminator versus Terminator fights, I usually win, but I have to be really focused, and this is tough, especially because I only have 2 energy. My first attack is going to go through his shield, so I think I'm going to go for maximum damage. That's what I'm going to try for. And then I want to slow him down. And then I'm going to be stunned. I think that was the right order. He goes for the double speed down, though. But if he gets stunned here... Ooh. Tough. Okay, more comments in a minute. Let me finish this game. How do I win this? He's stunned. He only has 2 energy. He goes first. He misses. He's probably going to use laggings and miss, and then he's going to use, if he's got the cards, what he should do is go laggings, and then bite, and then thorny, and that way he'll stun me and hit me and might kill me. So how do I live that? I need to stun 100%, and I think I need damage. Let's see. I don't know. He might have this one. Yeah, because he's going to get this. I think this is enough. No. He missed the order. Okay. But I didn't do enough damage. But the bloodline curse might kill him. Yeah, the blood curse will kill him. Nice. 10 rounds. That was a long one. So I love playing with reptiles. That's why I have so many teams with this reptile. I think he's a lot of fun to use. Especially the Terminator build, so... you destroyed the tank in round 1. Yeah, Giant, I obliterated his tank. That should have been an easier game, but it cost me a lot of cards to do it, and then I wasn't getting good cards, so. Cafe. Jasmine tea is banging. How sustainable in this game? Is it long-term? I've been gaming for 18 years straight on Xbox, so I'm excited to try something new and make some money for my grind. Yeah, I drink jasmine tea every day since I've been to Japan. kind of nuts, but it's my lifeblood. I don't do well with caffeine, so the longevity of this game is tough. And this is what I think you've seen. I've seen your comments a lot. You've seen a lot of my videos. You've probably seen me talk about the future a little bit. Right now, I think that in the current economy, it is unsustainable. But the team knows that, and so they're trying to make changes in place that will make this game last a lot longer. So I don't think it's going to last forever, because no video game, like if you've been a gamer for 18 years, as you can see, like no video game, except for the rare occasions, lasts forever. So just by the fact that it's a game, eventually something newer and better will come along, probably, that replaces this. That's inevitable. Even if the team does an amazing job and keeps changing the ecosystem to be more sustainable, which they've been doing, and I think they've been doing a good job of and will continue to do, but you never know, right? So we'll see what happens. I think this game has some life to it, but I don't want to say it's going to last a year, because no one really knows for sure. It is a high-risk space. Ethereum is so volatile itself that we're getting farther down the chain and we're getting more risky, but as you can see, I have a lot of money in the game. I believe in it, so that's kind of my answer for now. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this, but Fawan X Gaming. Yeah, I literally started playing 5 days now, and knowledge just comes by itself. Had no clue day one. Yeah, I thought I knew a lot day one, and I didn't. The more you play, the better you'll get. You kind of just have to jump into it. I like this Axie, so I want to try a different team. This is kind of my rando team. I like this team a lot. I was just experimenting with this yesterday, so I might play a few games with this. Will Terminators get nerfed in the future? The team hasn't said anything that will get nerfed. If I was gonna guess, I would guess that Aquas would get nerfed, and I would guess that Grass Snake would get nerfed. If I was guessing, that's a different Terminator. That's a different Reptile build that I think is a little bit more OP. But no one really knows. Like the last few seasons, people thought Aquas might get nerfed, and they didn't. And instead, they nerfed things like bugs. So it's one of the risks to buying a team is you never know what they're gonna nerf or buff, and you just kind of have to go along with it. So, Cafe, Japan is on my list to visit. Hopefully, we'll come visit Japan. Yeah, you should. I love Japan. I've been to Vietnam too. I've been to parts of China. It's a bit harder to get a visa, so I've been to Hong Kong, Kunming, and Shanghai. But I want to see more of mainland China in the future. But yeah, I love Vietnam, and I like Japan has my heart. That's why I'm living here. Island Paradise. Hi, breeding question. If your purity has gone down, or in my case, spiky wing is taking over, should I sell at least my Axies and buy higher purity to begin with, or try to breed to purify? Typically, spiky wing. Why am I drawing a blank on spiky wing? Spiky wing. Right. It depends. What do you have it on? Zero cost cards are really good on a lot of Axies right now, but you might just want to sell them. You might just, sometimes you need to clean house and just start again, or clear out one Axie and start again. It's hard to say without knowing the exact Axies, but GG. Yeah, Cafe, I'm loving the NFT gaming space, so I hope you have a chance to get involved. Mira, Ed Knight, I think the economy is not sustainable right now. Hopefully they fix it. Yeah, I agree. I think the economy has some problems with it right now in the current shape, and that's why. But the team knows that. They've talked about that themselves, and so they're working on it. So that's what I like. The fact that they're active and the fact that they are aware and they're not ignoring that there are some holes in their economy. So other than Axie, yeah, 2 to 4 years, that's pretty normal for a video game. Other than Axie and CryptoBlades, what other play to earn games are you playing? I'm not playing anything right now. I have my DeFi pet set up, but there's no real earning in that right now. I just did that because I want to make a video on it for you guys because you guys have asked a lot. I'm keeping an eye on Binamon and Binamon just because they have come up a few times as well, but I haven't invested yet. So my main focus is Axie Infinity just because it's profitable right now and I have a lot invested. But I will get into other games in the future and keep you guys updated. Do you plan to grind a leaderboard series? Yeah, I would like to do that. I would like to do a grind the leaderboard. I think I'll do more live streams too. I just want to do this one where I can answer any questions that you guys have. This one, like I've been playing games slowly, this one's more about answering questions, which is why I'm not just bang games. But I do think I'll do a grinding video or some live streams in the future. Here, this guy's got a double Aqua team. I don't like his midliner because it's got... I'm not a big fan of Swallow, and he doesn't have a high defense card. These two together have some decent defense, but we'll see. If he beats me, I'll have to eat my words. But we'll see. I'm going to go a little bit aggressive because I think double Aquas usually go pretty aggressive. Yep, there we go. He's going fairly aggressive. Thoughts on double talk Termi? What would you complement this Axie with mid and front? Thank you. Well, JJ, I think I haven't tried it myself, but I do think double talk in general is like super strong right now. I would maybe do something like an Aqua and a plant. But I'd have to think about that a little bit. I'm going to try and go for a steal here. No, I don't get it. I just kind of waste that. That's okay. What did he use? He used a pumpkin and an attack, right? Yeah, he tries to steal too, so he doesn't get it either. So that's okay. If you hold any ETH, it doesn't matter when I get it with buying Axies, right? Yeah, Scrutinous. If you're already an ETH holder, the price of Axie is in Ethereum, so that's correct. You're not actually like, because the price of Ethereum has gone up to the dollar, if you bought Ethereum at a lower price than it is now, you're not actually at a more, even though it shows higher prices for the Axie, Ethereum isn't Ethereum, so you're not actually buying in at a higher price. So, what? I'm starting to lose my voice here. So, but we're at 2 hours. I want to get this probably another 30 minutes or so, and then we might wind the stream down, just so you guys know. I have no idea what I want to do here. Let's do that. I'm kind of panicked there, but I'm going to put fear on him, but I don't think it's going to matter because he's not going to attack, so. Yeah, now he's got a free access to my beast, so his double aqua that I don't like is doing some work here. So he's got 2 energy. Can he kill me with 2 energy? Yes, he can, depending on what attacks he uses. So that's kind of risky, but I'm going to do the risky play. I'm going to do the risky play. And I'm going to get some energy. Yeah. Because, he did the correct thing. I was hoping to go into last stand there, but he did that well. He used the attack that stops last stand. So I'm pretty screwed here. This game is pretty much done for. Yeah. But I'll play this out anyways, just because. Yeah, I know that doesn't. Maybe I should have gone. I should have gone for Nemo, but okay. I did do Nemo. Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, I need speed here if I'm gonna have any chance of winning. So I'm gonna play both of these. This would give me the most defense, and I have lots of energy, so I might do this. I might just put up a ton of defense here. It's your boy. Hello, sir. Can I be your scholar? Desperate. Please apply. Like I said, I can't just give out scholarships. I have so many applications, but apply, and I'll do my best to getting around to all the resumes I'm getting. Check your synergy of Sarah. It's on stream. Looking forward to it. Best Axie to breed for beginners: koi, aquas, or plants. I think those are good choices. I would pick one of those. Hanabi. Oh man. I wish you more success. Thank you very much. この漢字は読み方？わかりません。I'm curious what the reading is for the kanji. I could guess at it, but I think I'm gonna butcher it. I have the meaning in my head, but hello there, friend. Hope you're doing great. Your videos are quite informative. Do you know any other crypto games which are more affordable for starters? We want to start, but they're cash short. Thank you. One, I say this with. Oh yeah, that's fine. We'll do another one. I say this with a grain of salt. Okay, be careful. I'm also playing CryptoBlades because it's cheaper to get into right now, but it's a lot riskier because it's newer. The player base is not as established as, like, there's a lot of reasons it's more risky in my opinion, mostly being that it's not as established as Axie Infinity. So that answers your question. I am playing that. It's cheaper to get started, but be careful. Do your own research. None of this is financial advice. the normal things. I think I want to hit him really hard turn 1. I think I'm gonna do it. I could also go for this, but yeah, I'll put up the beat. I'll put up the catnip in case he goes hard turn 1 too. I don't think he will. Cafe, thank you for being here. I'm happy to answer, guys, all your questions, and yeah. I know I can't get around to. Oh, he does go. So I'm glad I did that. I get to draw 2 cards. Yeah, I'm happy. This is a great turnout, you know, and I'm answering lots of questions. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the subs. I hope to do more of these in the future. So Hope you're doing great. Your videos are quite informative. Yep, we looked at that one. Any predictions for the SLP? So right, it's hard to do a price prediction right now, but if I can, I'll do a video for that in the future. Let's stall him a bit here. He might just put up a yam. Will Axie price ever go down, Rum? It's been going down a lot. So depends also what you call going down. There's a lot of things could make it go down. It can go down when the price of Ethereum goes down. So it can also go down when the game does poorly. There's more than one way that the price can come down or go up. So keep that in mind. I should have used Pumpkin first, but at least I get the steal here. I don't think he's got energy though. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm 1 sec, guys. I gotta think about this next play. I have so many cards here because I keep drawing. So let's try and do something here. My Aqua will go first. That would probably be enough to get the kill if he doesn't put up shield. So I'm gonna do it. I don't need the fear, so I'm not gonna worry about the chain. And if he puts up defense, I want to kill him. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I thought it might put him in last stand, so that's okay. I think we're both going to lose our plants here. Yeah. He only used 1 energy, though. What are your thoughts on getting a treasure wallet? Raymond, highly recommend. Highly recommend a hardware wallet. Look into Trezor or look into Ledger. They're both they're, in my opinion, the 2 top wallets. And I think they're a great investment. If you're going to put $2,000 into a game like this, I think more security is better. I definitely recommend it. His beast shouldn't be able to kill me, so I'm going to go for my beast. And I want this for the defense, and I want to try steals. Do I need double steal? No, I don't need double steal. Let's get some damage. I'm worried about the turn order because of Snail Shell, but I think that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. I wanted the steal more than the damage, so that was good. I should have put the spikes in the middle. With the current scenario, which is better, breeding or farming SLP? Depends what you want to do. Farming SLP is great, but breeding SLP, but it takes more time. It's kind of a time commitment too. How much are you going to invest in this game is also something to look at. He only played 1 energy. He's got like 4 energy, I think, but I stole 1, so he's only got like 3. I think I can just do super. I'm going to do the same thing. Now he does underspeed. Now, can he kill me here? If he's got 3 energy, can he kill me? He can stun me. I'm going to do it. This is going to be close. Oh, crit. Without the crit, I think I was done for, so that's okay. Break. Let's do this. Yeah. Your poor voice. Yeah, Mira, my voice is going, so we're going to have to, I don't know how much longer I'm going to last, but I'm happy to be doing this, so it's well worth it. Major thanks, pal. Philip says, I am starting up my Axie Infinity grind and recording videos ASAP, so when I build my team, I have questions regarding my first Axie. Yeah, what do you got? Let's see. Philip, I got a plant Axie with pumpkin, hot butt, prickly, which is cactus, and crimson water. That's water in can, right? 59 HP, 56, 5 out of 6 pure. Breed 3. Is the crimson water really going to make this a bad Axie on the build? Crimson water. Is that watering tank? Or is that something else? Am I mistaken? Crimson water. Crimson water. Okay. Target an injured enemy. Oh, you have piranha mouth. I don't think it's a bad Axie. How do I do this? This is a matter of can he kill me here or not, or does he survive? Yeah, he definitely survives this turn, so if he can kill me, it's gonna, I don't think he can. 124, 124, and then the 150 something? 144, okay, yeah, we're good. Let's do these. and he can't win. Yeah, Crimson. Okay, back to your question, Philip. Sorry. Sirius is really what you want on a plant. It's one of the most important cards. So you do have a strong plant. Like, you have all the other parts really good. So you can win. Like, you can grind SLP with that. You can win arena games. You'll be able to win 5 arena games a day, I think. So you'll be able to get your daily quest. We need one more win. We've been doing this very slowly. Let's jump right back into it. So you need, yeah, like I said, you're not going to get in the top ladder with that, but you can get a lot of SLP and you can play the game, and later on you can upgrade your Axie if you need to. That's still a strong Axie. So don't beat yourself up too much. I think it's still a good choice. I don't know what you paid for it. That depends on if it's a good value or not, but we'll see. What can you say about incoming updates? Adventure and more PLP. I like the PvP SLP reward because I like playing arena, so I kind of like that mechanic. But it's hard to say until it's actually in the game. We won't know the real consequences of it. So, let's see here. This bird is going to be annoying later. Should I catnip turn 1? No. I should have catnip turn 1, damn it. Okay. Oops. Raymond, do you have one? One of my main things I send Axie to Treasure, and am I still able to sell them on the marketplace? I do have a hardware wallet. I don't have Treasure, but you can still sell them on the... From my understanding is Treasure is natively compatible with Ronin, so you should be able to sell things on the marketplace, I believe. I'll have to do some research. I would like to do a video. It's one thing I've been thinking about is doing a video for how you would set up Treasure wallet with this, because I think it's very interesting, and I'm really happy that they put that in the Discord, because I don't think enough people think about hardware wallets, and it really is one of the first investments you should make if you're going to put a lot of money in this game. Like, if you're getting some profit, a really good reinvestment is a hardware wallet to protect your investment. What do I do here? That was kind of random. I should have probably not committed that hard, but that's okay. This gonna put him in last stand. Yeah, totally. Okay. I paid 1.77 Ethereum. Yeah, Philip, that's not a bad price. That's not bad. So no sweat there. I would say you're doing all right. Is he gonna pull me away? He might use his bird here. If he uses his bird, do I do anything differently? No, I still just do the same. And if he backdoors me, I still just do the same thing. So he's not gonna pull me away. He's gonna let me attack his beast, and he's not gonna kill me. So his beast is gonna take a ton of damage here. I think he'll survive though. He might go. He's gonna go in last stand. He kills my Aqua though. I don't really need the Aqua to beat him, but going to last stand is what's annoying. Okay, let's think about this. Yes, every transaction will cost gas fee. Yeah, that's something to keep in mind, Aeon, is the gas fees, and especially gas fees are so high right now. I think you're gonna have a huge channel here soon. Do you need any back-end support? Corey, I'm not sure. In the future live streams, I'd like to get some moderators. I haven't put too much thought into how I'm going to do that, but I appreciate you asking, so I'm going to need to think about that. Is he going to backdoor me? If he backdoors me, what happens? He outspeeds me with both. He could just... If he attacks with the bird... His bird goes first. He could backdoor me, is what I'm worried about. This seems weird, because I might just hit his beast and do nothing, in which case I need this energy steal first. But I kind of want to put up some defense. Okay, yeah, he does just go for it. I thought that's what he was going to do, so maybe I should have played all 3 cards. I should have just gone hard for the prediction in hopes of surviving. I still probably wouldn't have survived, but I might have made it to last stand if I had done that. So, because now I'm in a really rough spot. Yeah, so he's got this game. What other NFT games do you have your eyes on? I'm watching a few things right now. But yeah. I've talked about this a few times. I'm playing CryptoBlades a little bit, just because I wanted to get in with a small investment. I'm keeping an eye on Binamon and yeah, there's so many similar sounding games. I have a few tabs open of crypto games I've watched, but I haven't invested in too much right now. So if I put money into something, I'll make a video and let you guys know. Raphael, attack on Axie. Is 1 Ethereum enough for 3-unit breed loop in your previous video, assuming I'll start with 2 Axies and buy the third one by selling the 2 parents? I think if you start with the with 2 Axies, I think you can do it. But take a look at the marketplace, depending on, like, you know, obviously you can go in here and you can see what things are selling for, and you can do a little spreadsheet and come up with what you think you can breed, right? Because if you're doing something like plants, let's say you wanted a yam, rosebud. This is a random choice. I don't know why I'm at the top of my mind thinking this, but I am. And you need serious with 0. Like something like this, if you can get a really high purity, 91's not bad. We're looking for higher than that if possible. So yeah, you're getting into the 0.3 Ethereum range, but 0.3 for each parent, like 93%, you should be able to get, if you're going to do something like plants, you should be able to get some parents for 0.3 Ethereum with really good genes. So that's 0.6, and then that leaves you 0.4 for breeding materials. Don't forget gas fees. Make sure you really think about all the costs you have here, and I think you could do it, but definitely play it out in your mind and be prepared for the fact that prices adjust and something could go wrong. Keep that in mind. So, but I think that's viable. Did someone ask already if it's still viable to start breeding? Richard, to me it is still viable. I'm still breeding with profits, and people have asked a few questions about breeding, so just make sure you keep all your costs in mind. Rum, backline, reptile, snail shell, tiny turtle, parasite, and twin tail. Frontline, plant, pumpkin, Sirius, carrot, cactus, midliner, aqua, perch, lamb, baby, Babylonian, Nemo. Those all sound like pretty good parts to me. It sounds like you've done some research and know what you're doing. The backline reptile, I like the snail shell and tiny turtle. Parasite, is that snail shell? Okay, parasite is third glance, and twin tail. I think with the reptile, you have double. Yeah, that works. You have double. You don't have laggings, but that still works. You have double stun, and you have a 0 cost card. With double stun, you need tiny turtle, you need snail shell, and you need a 0 cost card, because a lot of the time what you want to do is you want to play snail shell, 0 cost, and tiny turtle to get the double stuns. So I think that's a solid team. Depending on what you're paying for it, could work well. Raphael, thank you so much for your channel. Deserves a lot more. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. I want to get this one win here, so let's try and actually focus on a game and just get my daily SLP for the day. Auto Sorrento, don't worry. I don't trust him. He passes 2 rounds and then he goes all in. Let's see. I lost the last double Aqua build, so let's see if I pay more attention here. I think he's going to be aggressive. I'm going to go aggressive too. Oh, he goes really high on the... I'm surprised. That's not what I usually see turn 1, but that's okay. He's got nothing to steal, so... He goes for the double prickly. Okay. Dawi. Plant, pumpkin, Sirius, cactus, carrot, beast, Ronin, imp, nutcracker, nut throw, bird, pigeon post, little hour, cholesterol, last one. Is that okay to start? Thanks. Dawi, that's a good team. That's also a good team for adventure mode. The only thing I would change is, if you can, with pigeon post, I would try and get pigeon post, little owl, and eggshell. And the reason I like Eggshell is it makes them attack your backliner, and it allows you to pull focus away from your beast and save your beast. He used a ton of defense there, so let's do this. He's still got another pumpkin. Wow, okay. He used, I haven't been paying attention to this. He used 3 energy, and then he used 1, so now he's got 3. So he's got enough to go through me, but I am going to pumpkin him. And I think I'm going to do that, because I want an energy back. Oh, he used 1 again, so this next turn he's got 4 energy. I think he's got 4 energy. Maybe I haven't been paying enough attention, so he can't kill both my, so I should be able to do this. He's got an emo, so I think I'll go for the steal. I have no way of putting fear on him yet, so I don't think I need to. This is free, so I'm going to use it, and he can't steal. I'm going to wait. Okay. Nino, I didn't notice your question. I'm sorry, Nino. I'm trying to win this game, and I'm trying to answer everyone's question, so if you ask me one more time, I'll try and pay attention. Where is it? Oh, I see it. Here, I'm watching all the way from PH here. Do you have any advice to prevent or distinguish phishing sites? That's a great question, Nino. Okay, let me talk about phishing sites in a minute. Let me just think about what I'm going to do first here. I think I need to kill this guy. So, 1, 2, 3. How much defense can he put up? Not much. He could put up 60. Is that enough? I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, even if I played this, I wouldn't survive. Fishing is tough. I think when it comes to resources, use the official resources. So, oh, didn't? Okay, good. Whew, I used just enough. Use the official Axie Discord for updates. Use the official Axie website, so axieinfinity.com or marketplace.axieinfinity.com. And for Ronin wallets, the biggest thing for phishing is never give your seed phrase out to anyone for any reason whatsoever. You never need to. So if they're trying to ask you for like your seed phrase, it's probably phishing. That's like the biggest red flag. He's got a ton of healing. I have a ton of energy. This is a weird one. I need the speed, so I'm going to go for that. Yeah. Richard, thanks for answering my question. It must have been asked a lot. Yeah, no worries. Some of the questions have been asked a few times, but that's what streaming is, so I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to do this. That's what the Ask Me Anything was for, so. Nino, you didn't notice. Yeah, I did. I got your question now. That's good. Any additional charges when you finally withdraw the SLP earned? Yes, there are additional charges to be mindful of. One sec, Destine, and I'll talk about that. I think we just go all in here. No reason not to. We should be able to... Yeah, he's got a lot of defense, but I think we have enough to kill him for... I think I just did that perfectly. Yeah. Good. There's our 5th win. So, what time is it? I'm going to say... Let's do 10, 15 more minutes of questions, and then I'm going to wrap it down for today. Thank you guys all for being here. So much support. Let's claim my daily SLP. So, just so you guys know, what was that? That was like... I got my 100 SLP here. So, in a 2.5-hour stream, I just got 200 SLP-ish. Just for you guys wondering like how much you can gain, and you see how much I'm talking. If I was focused, like I could have got 200 SLP so much faster. So, and I still have 22 energy because I have. This is why I have more energy, because I have 10 to 19 Axies. So once you have more Axies, you get more energy, and you can get a ton of SLP in a day. The question for, so if in your, so you're in here, right? You go to my account, you go to claim tokens. You claim your SLP and you claim it, right? And then it exists in your Ronin wallet. Now, if you want to sell the SLP, you need to bridge it from Ronin, which is a side chain, back to the Ethereum mainnet. So to do that, you use nothing but the official bridge. Talking about phishing sites, never use anything but this official Axie bridge. and you withdraw Ethereum. And then you're going to have to pay a fee. So that means if you're like me, Metamask, you need to have Ethereum already in your Metamask, okay? So Axie gas fees. So what's it going to cost you to withdraw your SLP to the mainnet? Right now, it's going to cost you approximately $23. Axie.live is a great site to see this. Ethereum gas is high right now. Keep that in mind. These prices fluctuate a lot. They should fluctuate less, hopefully, with the changes to Ethereum, but we're going to find out. What else to say? Yeah, then you're going to have to pay the gas fee again, probably when you sell the SLP, so there are additional costs. Keep that in mind. Someone else said I didn't... Hey, I'm about to start breeding tomorrow. Thanks for all the help by the vids. I'm happy to hear that, man. L-E-L-L, I'll call you L. Yeah, happy to hear that the videos are helpful. I'm going to keep them coming. Thank you for being here. Farming SLP with scholarship program and selling Axies for breeding loop, which is on the better current SLP price action. Team might decrease the SLP reward in future, so I'm a little bit confused. MR, I think what they're going to do is they're going to change the weight of the SLP rewards so that you're going to gain more SLP playing arena and less in adventure. They haven't, I don't know if that's really going to result in overall SLP loss. We're going to have to wait and see. Farming SLP with scholarship program. It just depends. It really depends. The thing about, I do a mix. I mix both. I use some of my, I breed and then I sell some Axies and then I use some Axies for my scholarship because I like to have enough scholars where I don't ever need to buy SLP. So I hope that helps a little bit. The current meta is Aqua. I personally think Reptiles will be the next meta. What do you think? A Dead Man's Gaming. Reptiles are like, if you look at the top 10 on the ladder board right now, most of the teams last time I looked were double Aqua and Plant or Plant and double Reptile. The double Reptile build is really popular on the ladder right now with the grass snakes and just spreading poison everywhere. So if you Google Axie Infinity ladder, you can see the ladder on Axie Zone and a few other websites, and you can see the top teams at the moment. So, thank you for noticing. A lot of Axie players here in the Philippines got hacked recently. Yeah, Nino, I know it's... Unfortunately, that's the world of crypto. It's not just Axie Infinity. Cryptocurrency is like... A lot of people get in without understanding all the security, and a lot of people get hacked, and it's so unfortunate. I've lost money to not hacks, but to scams, to like major websites that millions of dollars were in that all of a sudden ran away with your funds. Like there's lots of things that can happen. Cryptocurrency is a scary world. It's a world I believe in, but there are lots of scams, and yeah, just try and do everything you can to protect yourself. But like I mentioned earlier, those are probably the best ways to avoid phishing. Gab at Axie Infinity, any suggestions on good plant Axie tack build? Currently AVP with Aqua, Nemo, and Beast Ronin Imp supporting from the Philippines. Hey Gab, I have a whole video on plant tanks, but one really popular one is something like this. You have carrot, pumpkin, beech or cactus, and Sirius. And then there's lots of good options for tail. Hot butt is probably my #1 choice, but there are great options that you can do otherwise. Yeah, definitely go watch the plant video because I talk about plant cards a lot. I think that would help you. I have more than 10 Axies, but I'm only getting 20 energy per day still. Any suggestions? So this doesn't work perfectly, and there's been some bugs with the energy lately. Also, I used to get 60 energy because of eggs, but eggs haven't been counting for me lately. So I'm not really sure what that's about because eggs used to count for your energy count. So I think the team needs to do some clarification on this because they've changed the system and there are some bugs with the energy right now and that they haven't talked about. So I would say just be patient. There's not much you can do. I wouldn't buy another Axie just to maybe it'll work because it might not work, unfortunately. But if you have eggs like me, that might be the problem. I think really you just need to wait it out. I know it sucks because you're losing potential earnings every day, but that just happens. Sometimes the server goes down and you can't play at all. So I'm just grateful that the server is working and I can play because there was like 4 or 5 days there where I couldn't game. All my scholars couldn't play. I couldn't play, and it was very brutal. So yeah, you just have to bear with it. Is it profitable to breed floor Axies? Li Hong, it can be, but usually it's not. So hey, sorry, answering some texts. I got some support from some friends and family just saying that they've been watching the stream too. And apparently it sounds and look good. I hope that's true. I hope the audio and the visual and the lighting and little background music has been okay. No one's been complaining, so I take that as a good sign, but we'll see. How many times can you withdraw SLP per month? You can withdraw SLP after 14 days. So you can, every time you withdraw SLP, they put a lock on it for 14 days and you have to wait another 14 days. So twice a month is the most, but it's every 14 days. So yeah. Here's another team. Can please check the front line. Cactus, Sirius, Hot Butt Pumpkin. That's a really good choice. Very meta. Midliner, Aqua, Perch, Lamb, Babylonian, and Nemo. Perch and Lamb. Yeah. That's a... Why am I thinking... which one's Perch? I just want to make sure Perch is the one I'm thinking of. Perch is Spinal Tap. Yeah. That's a backdoor bird. That's a backdoor. Aqua, you're combining with Babylonian. That's a very good build, very strong. Back Reptile, Snail Shell with Chomp, Poofling, and Twin Sails. That's good too. So because Poofling is not the greatest card, don't pay the same price you would pay for a perfect Terminator. But I've used the Oh wow, Amar, thank you so much. That's awesome, man. I really appreciate that. Sorry, I just cut myself off, but Snail Shell, Chomp, Poofling. The thing is, Poofling gives them a debuff, and then Snail Shell. As I'm talking, I'm thinking about it. So yeah, it's okay. The Reptile's okay. It's not amazing. You don't have Thorny Caterpillar. The reason Poofling Thorny Caterpillar powers it up, which gives you the most damage, but you do have the 0 cost card, so that is a good Reptile, but just don't pay too much for it. And what they go for in the market right now, I'm not sure. But in general, I do really like that team run. So, Destin, thank you for answering my questions. I learned new info about the game. Yeah, I'm glad you learned something. I hope you all are learning something. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for the subs. It's amazing. Best third Axie for Plant Nutcracker Beast, says Kai. No, you skipped me. Anyway, thanks for doing the MMA. Looking forward. Oh, sorry, Rodrigo. I'm trying to answer as much as I can, but I'm missing things and I'm answering some things twice, but I don't know where you are here. Rodrigo, how do you handle the scholarships you're giving? Is this the question you meant? Do you like to follow up weekly and help your scholars? Do you expect them to quite good since the beginning? I'll answer this quickly. I don't expect them to be good at the beginning. I expect them to learn as they go. I talk to them once a day, even if it's just like they send me how much SLP they earned and I say thanks, looking good. But some days I ask them, like at least once a week, I ask them, how's it going? You know, any advice you need? Are you still liking the game? Are you enjoying, like, is everything working for you? And I try to communicate with them because I think that's important. So there we go. Plant and Nutcracker Beast. A bird would be a good, like a combo, a typical like eggshell, post, and dark swoop bird for the backline is a really good third Axie for that. That's something you could go for. And then on the tail you can have a 0 cost card, but there's a few different options there. Gab, thanks for the suggestion. No problem. Thank you, man. Thanks for being here. They said that it won't go to the next tier. Okay, interesting. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look at that. MJ, will Double Talk and Gravelant dominate Terminators? It's hard to say what will dominate. I don't think Gravelant is going to dominate Terminators, but I do think Double Talk is like really strong right now. I think a lot of people are trying Double Talk on many different Axies, so I think we could see more of that. What is your view on NoFap? 9:30. So I'm gonna put a 5-minute timer on this, and then I'm gonna wrap it down. So let's see how many questions I can bang out here, and then we're gonna shut down the stream because I'm losing my voice, and I think you guys can hear it. To answer your question, Nico, I don't know. I know what that is, but I don't know what that is, so I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, if that's a movement. Thoughts on this build? MJ and Graham, which build? I'm missing something here. Once again, Amar, thank you so much for the donation. Like, I hope to do more of these streams, and I'm glad you're all here. Thank you so much for the subs. This is amazing. What do you think about backline Reptile, Ivory Chomp, Scaly Spoon, Tiny Turtle, Tiny Dino? About to buy one to boost my PvP win rate. Ivy Chomp, Scaly Spoon, Tiny Turtle. Sounds good. Tiny Dino is great for the late game with the reptiles. That's just a really good damage card. Ivy Chomp is Ivory, right? Ivory? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's a good reptile. Solid build. I like that. Solid damage dealer. Could work well. Don't be in a rush to buy it. That's always my advice. Keep an eye out for a few days and you might find a better price. I always tell people not to rush. Ivory Chomp. Destine. There are only 3 verifications in the game. How many times can I miss the verification before I get banned? From my understanding, Destine, you won't get banned from missing verifications. You'll just get a timer. They'll lock you out so you can't play the game for an hour. So that doesn't actually get you banned. So if you do get locked out for an hour, don't freak out, but do try not to miss those verifications. I know they can be annoying. Cafe, everything is perfect, brother. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. First stream, so I was quite worried that something would go wrong, but so far it's been okay. Brad Cause, I planned to invest 2 Ethereum. What is the best way to utilize it? Scholarship or breeding? Brad, I would do both. You have a high budget. I think you can start by breeding, and then as you breed, don't sell all your offspring. Start a scholarship program, because that'll give you a channel to get SLP, so you can stop buying SLP. You can just earn it. That'll save you money sending it on the gas fees between the bridges, and it will also mean that so you don't have to keep buying SLP, which I think is a key if you want to do a big breeding chain. So yeah, that would be my advice. I'd also advise on playing the game. If you're putting in that much money, you should play the game, because you'll get to know it better, and therefore you will have a little better idea of what to buy, what to sell, all that kind of stuff. When used in chain means only trading. So there's something called a combo is when one Axie uses the same cards, and a chain is when 2 Axies use the same type. So for this team here, in order to use Garish Worms, because it needs a chain, I have to use a bug card on one of my other Axies, and that's why I have Fear, which is a bug mouth, and I have Pliers, which is a bug part. So that's how I can get the chain for Garish Worms, or the chain for Fear. That's how those work. Cafe, I would try to connect with. You want to make my own NFT games? Just curious. I don't know anyone to make your own NFT games, Cafe, but if you start one, I'm interested, so make sure you let me know. Rodrigo, thank you. You're a legend, mate. You guys are all legends for being here. Thank you so much for the support. Is Perch, Risky Fish, Babylon, Nemo good? Jack, yes. I think that Perch, Risky Fish, Babylon, Nemo is good. Perch, Risky Fish, Babylon is Koi is also good depending on what you're doing with it. But, because you don't need let me think about this. Perch hits idle targets, therefore you're probably not going to get stunned, so you don't need the 0 cost card. So Nemo is not going to get around stuns, but it is going to give you energy if you need the energy. And also having a 0 cost card makes it easier to get the 2 card combo to use the Perch, right? So you can do it with only 2 energy and 3 cards. You can get a Perch combo. So super good. Yeah, definitely worth it. Is it okay to invest in Axie now? Jeff, you have to make your own financial decisions and do your research, but I do recommend investing in the game. Brad, €5. Thanks, you're the best. Love the content. Keep it up. Been a follower from day one. Wow, thank you, Brad. Thank you for the donation too. That means a lot. Like, I appreciate just being here is amazing. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, just the support is unreal. I can't believe it. I'm gonna keep this channel going, and I hope to keep it growing. So where was I? We're running out of time. I'm losing my voice, but I'm gonna get a couple more, and then I'm gonna have to call it. Sorry, guys. How long ABC viable when you need to rebuy pure parents? Dennis, it's hard to say because it's a lot of luck based. It just depends. Sometimes your purity will go down and then it'll come back up. That just happened to me with a breeding chain, so you can't really say for sure. What do you think about this team? Reptile, Sticky Goo, Allergic Reaction, Mystic Rush, Angry Lamb. That is good. I think Angry Lamb would be better with Tiny Turtle because you get the double stun, but that could work. Reptile 2, Disarm, Spike Throw, Chomp, Allergic Reaction. Also good. Pumpkin, Serious, Catnip, Disguise. That is an awesome plant tank. I think that's great. I think those 2 reptiles can work, but definitely don't pay too much for them because you're not getting the perfect build, my opinion. Go drink a lot of water when I'm done. I'm going to do that, Rum. Attack on Axie. If you already owned a 5-6 purity Axie you wanted to breed, would you buy a 95% purity to breed with and hope you get lucky, or another 5-6 purity? JDG, if it's, do the math, and if it is affordable, I would do another 5x6 purity, but either could work. You're going to be the next big YouTuber. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you so much, Destiny. I'm glad you're here. I love your videos, only trading. Thank you. Great stream. Keep it up. Thanks, Richard. We're going to call it here. This is going to have to be a day. Zenny, I buy yesterday 3 peers. 96, 97, 97. That's amazing for breeding. Zell, okay, this is the last question. I'm going to look at this Axie for you, Zell, and then we're going to have to call it because my voice can't take anymore. I'm going to do more like this. I definitely want to do some more streams, so I hope this went well. Let's take a look at this Axie, and then that'll be a good way to end it. You have Shipwreck, Angry Lamb, Shuriken, and Twin Needles. 0.176. This has 2 breeds on it. To be perfectly honest with you, Zell, I would say this is not an Axie that you want. The reason is because your midliner Axie, this is a midliner because it's got a high defense card. You really need Nemo. You need that energy generation from Nemo, and Twin Tails isn't going to cut it. So you could do 2 things with this. You could change Shipwreck to a higher damage card and make this a backliner, but then you want Koi, or you could get rid of Twin Sail and have the Nemo. This could work, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't pay 1.7 Ethereum for it. If I saw this for 1.5 Ethereum, 1.4 Ethereum, I would probably buy it just because it could work for a team, but it's not super competitive. I wouldn't pay 1.7 for it. That's just my advice. So, anyways, that's it, everyone. I'm totally losing my voice. So, thank you all for being here once again. Yeah, great support. Thank you. The videos are going to keep coming, and I'll do an update. Hopefully, we'll have another live stream soon. So, yeah, peace. Take care. You guys are great. I love the support. Thank you. Have a great night, great day. I know it's a different time zone everywhere. Cheers.